And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Good morning, y'all.
Brother Jared's on the other side of the glass. Yeah, I'm bringing it to you right here on today, March 18th, 2026. Thank you for joining us as we begin today's episode of Front Porch, coming to you from the historic campus of Xavier University from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com is the address if you want to stop on by. Grab yourself a comfortable chair, a mug, or a tumbler of your favorite frosty or steamy adult beverage. Mind your manners, though. Say good morning, holler at your people, and kick it with us for the next 3 hours as we continue to examine this world through a 504 focused scope. And of course, the top ranking way we love to hear from each and every one of y'all is the WBOK Talk Line. 504 582 9422 is the number. I'll let you people let us know what's happening. What's going on, Kimba?
Hey, Uncle Gray.
How you feeling?
I'm a little sleepy today.
I'm a little sleepy.
No, that's teapot. No.
Teepee.
Yeah, I'm a little
I'm
teepee.
teepee. You teepee.
Yes, I'm a little sleepy. But yesterday was a really good day. I got through 2 lessons for algebra yesterday, which makes me very, very happy.
Yeah, you should be happy.
And then I have a 4th grader that I work with, and we do a lot of math because that's the area that I'm supporting. But we also do reading, and I have a vocabulary word book that has lessons, and some of the words are words that you use regularly on lesson 1.
And what grade is this? 4th grade?
4th grade.
I love it.
And so we went through going through them, and I'm gonna give you a couple of them: aberration, bequeath, capitulate,
Yeah.
debilitate, ensconce. And I was like, yeah, that's Uncle Gray right there.
Safely ensconced.
Yes.
Right here. Yeah.
Felicity, glutton, Hamlet, implausible, loathe, malice, nostalgia, pilfer, recompense, and volition. So that's the words that we started on yesterday. And I was like, yeah, I know somebody who'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I know all of them. I was hoping to get one that I didn't know. I love that.
Yeah.
To be exposed to a new word, it happens every now and then. It happens every now and then, and I love when it happens. But yeah, those are some good ones, man, especially for 4th grade.
And that's just lesson 1. So we did that
excellent.
yesterday, and talking around the words. So like once he went through them, and some of them he was able to get through phonetically, and then I did the pronunciation for him, and then we talk about it. Like, what do you think this means? How does this feel? Because we were also working on inferences yesterday.
How's it work? Where does it fit?
Right.
Why does it fit?
Right. So we had a really good time yesterday. Also, yesterday was really busy. That's why I'm tired, because I was supposed to have a pause in not talking.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Valuable conversation, but yeah, that was supposed to be my think time, and it didn't happen that way. But it's all good. But I had quite a few conversations. This one particular conversation when I was supposed to be resting, I had with a pastor, and it was good to be able to say what I had to say to him, and then also hear him say, I understand your point, and on this point you are correct. And it's a starting space, because I have these things with religion, but that's another conversation for another day. But the conversation that we had, it was valuable. It was. It also solidified, like, no, I really do feel this way. Because I say things based on how I feel, and I listen to myself as I answer. And it's like, no, this is where I'm at. And knowing that I am solid in my feelings makes me feel comfortable when I'm having those conversations. So, yeah, that was pretty dope. And, we may have him on, because it really was valuable, and it was from a place of, I have this position, you have this idea, let's figure out how we can make it work for everybody. And yeah, it was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing, man. It's when you get a chance to communicate,
Mm-hmm.
exchange ideas, and talk to folks that just like the fourth grader with the new
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
It's
That's
the
my little
same,
pumpkin pie.
same like the fourth grader with the new words. Same vibe when you learn something new,
Uh-huh.
talking to an older person,
Yeah.
maybe a 40th grader.
Not a 40th grader.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe 36. Somewhere
Mm.
around in that area. But that's always good.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all guys had a chance to get a good conversation.
Yeah, really good conversation. Also, things are buzzing around me. Like CJ's got a gig tonight. He's got additional gigs this weekend. I'm like, this is wonderful, but also I want to be at home. I want to be at
Does he
home.
drive?
No.
Okay.
He has his permit and was quite comfortable with just getting that. Mari has her license.
Okay.
And I was like, brother, listen,
See, I'm cool.
you're going to have to figure this out because I'm tired and I want to be at my house. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the only bad part about living in the suburbs. If you hit a Uber, that's your whole gig.
It nearly like
That's nearly
typically
yours to
it's
go
like
there and come
$30.
back. Yeah.
It's like $30 to come into
60
the
round
city.
trip. Nobody's coming back over there when the gig's over.
Yeah.
So, depending on how much you make on the gig, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, it's mm, mm, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a
I don't
little,
think you're
little
gonna be getting
sleepy.
no rest.
I
Yep.
I
Good thoughts.
I'm gonna figure it out.
I know.
'Cause I'm gonna go to sleep on somebody while they trying to talk to me. Yeah. Good night.
There you go. And they'll
That's
understand.
coming. That is forthcoming.
They'll understand.
So
Sleep is necessary.
mhm.
And good sleep is very, very
And I
much
did
appreciated.
rest last night. It was just like I was supposed to have a break in my brain,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but that didn't quite happen yesterday. So
Well,
yeah,
I'm kind of glad your brain didn't break.
yeah.
You know,
No,
it's a good thing. Good thing you're still here with us
I am still here.
in full supply and ready to do it and give some more fourth graders some great vocabulary.
And my ninth graders, my algebra kids. Like I was like, we got through two
Because that's
lessons.
what I know you usually do. You usually do math.
Yeah.
You
Well, I'm a
usually do
reading
math.
specialist too.
Okay.
So I like words,
Mm-hmm.
but oftentimes what frustrates me with words is sometimes people talk over your head and then therefore you're saying things but they're not receiving it because you're not using the language that um they're the level that they're at. And I don't like when people do that. So I tend to use the more basic pieces of words when I'm not in academic settings. But academic settings, we gonna do the things. Yeah.
Well, one thing I would say, you want some power, say you don't know. Somebody you want some power? It's a simple thing. I'm telling you, want some power? When somebody's talking to you and they're talking like that, say, excuse me, what does that mean? Check them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It helps if you know.
Yeah.
But if you don't know, listen. Take your time and ask. There's nothing wrong with not knowing. That's how you learn. And that's how you see if the people who are talking to you actually had your own growth in the subject that you were talking about in mind, or were they just trying to knock you? They're just trying to, but see,
and it comes across that way sometimes with
and
people.
sometimes people speak like that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying if you can, I've developed the way to check. Say, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to. That's more. I can get where that last phrase came from by you explaining it to me. But if I'm afraid to say,
I don't know.
Or what does that mean? I don't understand that. Repeat that, or what are you saying? You got to be able to do that, man. You got to be able to do that, especially if you already know.
Right. So, yeah, yesterday was good. It was really productive, and that is always a good thing. But I was supposed to just have about an hour to detach and
You
didn't
got
quite get
robbed
that.
out an hour.
Yeah,
It's all right.
It's
You can
all
go get
good.
it back today.
maybe.
Yeah, well, listen, take it. You make your schedule.
Mm.
And a couple of them things that you did were very satisfying.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessary.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. See, you choose and we choose and you do, but you know me. But you make your schedule and tell folks. You know what? No, tell 4. You're not gonna see me. Now after 4, we can work something out. But between noon and 4, that's quiet time.
Oh, and I gotta give a shout out to one of our listeners from Pensacola, Florida. Um, Tyler. Tyler said he listens and he said every time I say go to hell, he has to turn his radio down because he's laughing so much. I
All right,
appreciate that. Hey Tyler,
all
enjoy
right.
today.
Pensacola. There you go. In the house. What's up, Tyler?
That was funny to me. He
Yes,
said,
indeed.
"You always put it in the right place. Thank you so much, but it is so funny I have to turn my radio down."
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Okay.
I love every bit of it. I love it.
And Josh said that's what 50 Cent say he does with his lawyers when they talk over his head and ask them questions on what that means. Not a big 50 fan, but I love the idea
Yeah.
of it. I love clarity, man, and you can't be afraid to be clarified. You can't be afraid to be seen as not knowing.
Right.
And that's what it is. Your ego gets in the way. Oh, I want the people to think I'm stupid. Well, if you get away with that, you're kind of
Mhm.
stupid, cuz.
Mhm.
Ask the question. Find out what find out what they're talking about and say, what does that mean?
Mhm.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK is what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay. We're going to see you on the other side of the break.
Real issues, real talk, real solutions. Miss an episode of The Reality Check? You can catch every episode anytime. Search WBOK Media on your favorite podcast app to tap the bold commentary, real-time reactions, and powerful perspectives from the people and leaders shaping our city. Download, share, and rate it 5 stars because the real ones always stay informed.
Good morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Today, officials with the Sewerage and Water Board are scheduled to appear before the City Council. And this comes as Mayor Helena Moreno weighs in on the board's 6-step plan to fix pipe problems plaguing New Orleans. The new plan calls for urgent repairs at high-risk water mains and assessing the condition of old ones. The city has seen half a dozen water main breaks so far this year. The Sewerage and Water Board says some projects, like replacing 34 miles of older mains, could cost up to $680 million. Testimony continues today in the Stage Rex trial after a special agent spent hours on the stand yesterday. Vanessa Mata and Jason Giles are both accused of staging car accidents to collect insurance money. Gas prices continue to surge this morning due to the strikes in Iran. AAA reports a gallon of regular gas now averages $3.79. That's up 7 cents from Monday. And our state, the average price is $3.44. And a major race will soon bring women from all over the country to New Orleans. City leaders say the Every Woman's Marathon, hosted by Team Milk, is coming to the Crescent City. The more than 26-mile course will allow participants to qualify for the Boston Marathon. It was secured in partnership with the Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation. The race is set to happen in February of next year, with the course starting in the CBD and ending in City Park, with chocolate milk as runners cross the finish line. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
The National World War II Museum, located in the Warehouse District of New Orleans. The National World War II Museum tells the story of America's experience in the war that changed the world, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. Visit them online at www.nationalww2museum.org for time tickets and safety information.
The Ron Kelly Show. Real talk, bold truth. Tune in for your weekly dose of unapologetic conversations that don't dodge the truth or dilute the message. Stay informed on the issues that matter most on The Ron Kelly Show, every Monday at 7 p.m. on WBOK 1230 a.m.
Welcome to Chemical of the Month from the community scientist and Rise St. James. This month's focus is polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs, formed when fuels like oil, gas, wood, or trash are burned. These chemicals can enter the air we breathe and settle into our soil and water. Many PAHs are known carcinogens, adding to the health burdens faced by communities living near industry. Learn how to protect your health at risestjames.org.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. Front Porch. WBOK. I'm your host, Gray on Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Good morning.
Brother Jared's on the other side of the glass, y'all. Bring it to you right here on this Ad Cheering Wednesday, Hump Day, middle of the week. Thank y'all for rolling with us. Almost through. It's the weekend Eve.
Not the weekend Eve.
Yes, indeed. What you say, Josh got to put his summer gas in the layaway.
Listen.
Baby, I am watching, and
This
y'all
is
are
a hot
seeing
mess.
It is affecting. When the rain fall, it don't fall on one man's house. Y'all might have heard somebody say that once or twice. I got it from Bob. Bob Prophet. You understand? And when he sang that, I knew exactly what he talking about. And now y'all do. Now y'all do.
Suckers.
You wasn't a part of it, even if you voted for, even if you went for Harris, even if whoever you did. See, when the rain fall, it don't care who you voted. That was then. Because right now, all y'all got to line up at the pump. All y'all got to suffer with the higher prices. Everybody, when the rain fall, it don't fall on one man house. It rain everywhere. And that's what it's right now, baby. A nice
It's pouring.
spring shower. Ain't even got bad yet. Ain't got this a spring shower. Just so you know, this is a spring shower, but it is coming.
Yeah.
It is coming. It certainly is.
Y'all still red hatting? I'm curious. Are the people still red hatting? Or are you still saying he gonna give you $1,500? $1,500 gonna be gone with you getting gas and groceries.
It's done now. you 15 behind. It's too late. I mean, you could never turn it down, but you know, it's you could have used that when you could have used that. But right now, y'all, you know, a lot of folks done fell behind.
What a barbershop guy, the one who said, my son said he made more money when Trump was in office. Yeah, how much are you keeping it right now?
That's, my man, that's what you did. That's great. Good for you. You might have did. I can't say you didn't. You might have did make more money. How is it working out? And that's the whole thing. That's most people vote for personal things. It's not a group. We don't have that anymore. We don't have a collective where we could see, because you want to tell me why it didn't, because it worked better for you. But we needed to work better for everybody. It wasn't about no everybody.
Okay. I mean, that's fine too.
And that's what you get.
Well, you can't go to anybody right now, because when you go with your complaints, it's like, yeah, me too, stupid.
That's what you get.
Me too, dummy.
See, if you do it together the first time, you probably be better off together in the long run. But if you don't, you get what you get. Because now I tell you, man, I went to fill up. I got to want to see you to come drive now. Whoa. I got to want to see you. I said, man, this is a week's worth of hike.
Yep.
70 some odd cents.
Which is insane.
In a week?
Insane.
In a week. And it just started.
That's what y'all like. Oh, that's what you said you wanted. Good job. Good job. GOOGJOB. Good job. Good job. And yeah, looking silly.
Yeah, he did say that too. He said that too, DiCaprio. So much trouble in the world. Yeah. But none of them can stop at a time, my brother.
No.
He said that too. He said that too. None of them can stop the time. And that's what I always say. I know who in charge. Sam one been in charge for me since the beginning. And I, voted for this one, voted for that one, but I ain't never felt you was in charge. You're a man just like any other man.
Of course.
And you ain't in charge until, well, never.
You were trying to look for it,
I was
weren't
trying
you?
to look for a way where you
It
could be,
doesn't
but you still,
exist.
now you might make some decisions and you
Uh-huh.
might do some things, but you can't, again, stop time. You can't do the things that are really beneficial. You can hurt some people, and you could help some people if you were so inclined, but at that position, when you are at the helm of running an empire, you don't really have a lot of choice in what you're going to do. The pendulum doesn't swing really that far. It really, and no matter what side you're on, because everybody got blood on their hands.
Yeah.
Everybody got blood on their hands. I don't care what side of the bird you was on, right side or the left side.
Kennedy.
Everybody got,
not Kennedy Shanks, but Kennedy. I can't her last name. The one who our former intern, who's the news reporter in Shreveport. She said that all the American presidents have all been warmongers, and that we really can't argue with that because, yes, blood on everybody's hand who comes into that office.
because we're an empire.
Right.
That's what I mean. You know, it's why we call it something different, but the actions that you do shows the actions of an empire, and
Kennedy
around the
Wells.
world,
Uh-huh.
around the world, and you've seen other empires do the same thing. You've seen them. Now, the ones you're more familiar with are probably the Roman and the Greeks, because they don't talk about the early African empires that, you know, taught the ones who you think invented it. But that's a whole nother conversation. But that's empire building, conquering around the world, resources. It's been done. And just like empires rise,
They fall.
They fall. History is chock full of the same thing. And most of the time they fall just like we are in the midst of right now. They fall from the inside out, never from an outside enemy. Rarely, I'm not going to say never. Rarely from an outside enemy, but most of the time,
It be your own people.
they fail from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
They fail from the inside. And that's what we do.
It is what it is, and I'm tired of people trying to justify the wrong. And again, I don't know any perfect politician. I don't know not a one, because while they are presenting or supposed to be presenting and representing the interests of their constituents, a lot of them end up enriching themselves. And I mean that for all of them. So if that's what you know that human behavior is going to do, I mean, I'm going to align with the one who's going to cause me less damage until I can get somebody who can get some more progress. And that is not what y'all did as a class. Y'all failed this group assignment. Y'all failed this group assignment. That's why I don't like group projects, because people don't do their part.
Yeah. That's what the whole thing is, man. It's a collective.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to work to make the collective better, that's the easiest thing to do. Find like-minded people and work to make the collective better. Because if it's everybody trying to wait, well, I'm gonna get my 1,500. I'm get my 1,500. It's good for me. I get it.
But that's
actually
setting you up as a target.
And the whole thing is, man, is it good for everybody? And if it's not, how long do you think it'll just be good for you?
Mm-hmm.
If it's not good for everybody, how long do you think they're gonna let you get? And if you're getting it, knowing where you are, and you're giving credit to them for doing it, then you're gonna have to give them credit when it stops.
Yeah.
You can't fall back. I'm been a hustler. Well, you was a hustler before, but you was giving them credit for getting at whatever you was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So if it fall apart,
They
you got
also
to give
give
them the
it-
same credit.
right.
You can't get away from it now. Again, my project 2025 didn't have nothing to do with who was in office on any level. Because that's can they affect some things? Of course
Yeah.
they can. But day to day, man, you got to get your. How does that help you? And if it's time for me to vote, I'm gonna vote for what's better for everybody, in my opinion. Because I'm gonna do my research, I'm gonna check, I'm gonna talk to the people, and I'm gonna say, in my opinion, this individual would be better for everybody. Now, does that vote stop me from enacting and moving forward with my own personal Project 2025?
No.
Hell no.
No.
I'm still doing that because you can do more than one thing at a time.
Correct.
You can do that.
It doesn't have to be an all or nothing.
It doesn't have to be
It
a binary
shouldn't-
choice.
It shouldn't be all or nothing.
You can do more. You're capable of more. I trust you're capable of more. But folks, again, ego, man. Folks want to win the argument. They want to win the argument, whether you win it or not. It's the idea argument. I tell you, I'm solutions oriented. You can sit in the room for hours, 10 hours, a week, a year, and just point out problems.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody coming out with any solutions? At least something to try. Or everybody just, good with the whole idea of mental masturbation, making everybody feel good.
Yikes.
You understand?
Was
We
that a
just
good
talking
enough
about it.
reason to use that?
Yes, that's what it boils down to.
It's
It's just, I'm going to make myself feel good because I'm going to say these things.
yeah, okay, whatever.
It makes no, it does nothing except make you feel good, but there's no solutions. Nobody comes out of this whole thing with any semblance of a solution. It's like you never went in to find out a solution.
Mm-hmm.
You went in to just, hey,
Let's look around and see what else we can point out.
that we could point out is wrong and say how bad it is and tell you my own personal anecdotal story of how bad it is for me. But nobody with any solutions, man. Nobody with any solutions. That's why I don't roll with a whole lot of people. I'm going to be honest. I don't. I know what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I can do. I know what I want to do. And that's why my squads, my team's small. No, plenty of people. My God, too many. But
People don't understand that feeling.
but see, that's 30 years in hospitality, man. You have no idea. And then I blessed and cursed with a real good memory, so I know and remember and talk, and it's everything.
Yeah.
But no, man, I just believe that we can, if we want to. You can do more than one thing at a time. You can actually try to make yours better if you want to, but at the same time, you can have an idea how to make it better for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think those two things are mutually exclusive. I think that's a mindset that comes from the other side. Get mine and everybody else. We weren't like that. We were collective. And it was, we just wanted to be like the people who had you in captivity. Then you started exhibiting those ideas of kill what you eat what you kill, by yourself, for yourself, and there's no more community. There's no more community. So if that's how you feel, it's cool. I ain't mad at you. Go on, do your thing. But I'm going to be over here.
Mm-hmm.
Proverb.
Yeah. I haven't had any foolish people to walk away from lately.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Walking in a different light.
Yeah, I haven't had to walk away from any people, but I'm telling you, I'm quick on the heels. When
And
you
it
talking
helps.
right,
It
if you ain't talking right, zoop,
It's
Bye.
a beautiful thing, isn't it?
bye.
It is a beautiful thing when you're able to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that was going to be 3 or 5 minutes that I was never going to get back,
And
wasted
annoyed.
foolishly. And
Let me go do something else.
let me go do something else. Let me go find something else. Solutions, homie.
Yes, for sure.
Getting it done.
This weekend, you got any plans yet?
This weekend, what is happening this weekend? I don't know. I can't get past the date. Like, I know I got several things I got to do this evening. And a couple of things I haven't even got to the weekend. It's Wednesday. I don't know. There's nothing bubbling up. Went to a birthday party last week, Harlem Nights deal.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Cute.
Hung out on the West Bank. And then this weekend was Super Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten to the weekend, honestly. I've just been, I have not got there. I don't think there's anything, my wife will tell me. She the one told me about that.
Oh, my
The
God.
Harlem Nights party.
That is hilarious.
She the one told me about the Harlem Nights party.
Mm.
Okay, all right, that's the night.
You have the
Okay.
clothes, so it was fine.
Do some
You
Harlem.
worked it out.
Why you look like you're at home? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We get done, we finish. You know what I'm saying? But trying to think. I don't have anything because I know we finish up next week
Mm-hmm.
for the film,
Uh-huh.
and I have not heard. I think that's not until Monday. I don't think we shoot on the weekend. So no, not yet. Not to
Okay.
my knowledge. But we'll see. I'm open, and
Yeah.
like a leaf in the wind, I'll blow
Pretty much.
somewhere,
Yeah.
or stay close to the crib and just rest up because I got work to do next
You
week.
have plenty
Yeah, I got work to do next
to
week.
do.
So we'll see. We'll see. You be ready. You got some thick glasses, bro.
And a number 13 silver plate to wear around your neck.
He was. And one thing I will say, I think that was she won. What is her name?
Della Reese?
No. The costume designer,
Ruth
Ruth Carter.
Carter. Uh-huh.
Ruth Carter.
Why do I know these things?
Because she is a name certainly worth knowing. She is an Academy Award winner several times.
Mhm.
You have seen her work, marveled at it. She was the costume designer for Sinners.
Mm-hmm.
She was also
And
Harlem Nights, Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Yeah, they work together. She and Ryan work together, but she has been doing that. Just blessed, man,
Mhm.
with that whole thing, and it ain't easy. It be a lot of people you got to dress.
Remember when we spoke with the lady during Essence who does the costuming?
Mhm. That's right.
And like she talked about all the places that she has to go to find these things, especially if it's period pieces.
That's right.
And like combing through
That's right.
stacks and vintage stores and Goodwill and all those
Goodwill,
different red,
People's
white, and blue, all those
attic
things.
sale,
Yeah,
back at all
to find
kinds. That's right.
costuming for sets and for
right.
productions. But I know as a dancer and a dance teacher, when it's time to costume, how that can be taxing, and that's for on a small scale.
Small scale.
But you talking about
That-
wardrobing everybody?
and you're responsible.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You're responsible. Somebody got on an Apple Watch and it's supposed to be a 1930.
You can't.
That can't be. Oh man, the shoes,
Mm-hmm.
rubber soles, and all that kind of everything. You'd be surprised at the amount of detail. But you again take that small scale for a dance pageant and blow it up about 100 times.
More than like 1,000, because when you're even for a large production, right? If we have 30 people on the stage, costuming, if they're representing different things, can take so many different turns.
Absolutely.
But you're talking about representations of people during that time, doing their things during that time with what they had available for them. That all, the hair, the makeup,
all different crews.
I don't know how her stomach isn't in knots, because that's a lot.
Cool and cool, man. And I guess that's how when you got all this stuff running around, what they say, it's like be like a duck. You've ever heard that saying, to be like a duck? No, and not the word, but when you see a duck in the water, they just gliding. They just gliding along. No problem. But if you look underneath, then the feet and that's how you see that, okay, yeah, it looks cool, but up here, where the feet is, oh, man.
That's a lot to be having in your head.
It's a lot to care. And then it's got to be the same. It's got to be consistent. You got to see it if somebody changes from one day to the next. Somebody got a haircut. If somebody looks different. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. I wonder if let's see if I can get a couple of them people from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from that side of it, from the other side of the camera, to come in and talk about it. Because again, I've always said that on the other side, there's so many careers that are made on that other side. Hair, makeup, technical stuff, gaffers and electricians, set builders, all the folks who make the magic that you don't see. You see their names.
Right, but you don't get to see who they are. But like the cool cooperative, the kids who do there are jobs that they are learning right now that are making them marketable right now,
Right
and
now.
they're kids.
Right now.
They're not even 18.
That's right. And they're on there and they know everything. They've put their hands on so many parts of the actual filmmaking process from the background, because that's what it is when you're a cooperative. You're going to learn how to do something because we need somebody to help do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can't help. You mess around and learn something before it's all done. But in 3 years, when you go to an interview and they say, well, have you done this? Yes. Have you done it? Yeah, I've done that too. Well, wait a minute. What about this? Yep, I've done it. So you've got a more than a passing familiarity with how it works. And that's a perfect deal. And it doesn't take a lot of effort other than to do what you need to do and be a cooperative worker. Dreadlocks, tats, slugs, whatever, orientation, none of that stuff.
All are welcome.
All
Come to
are
the
welcome.
job.
If you want to come and do and work as a part of this team and do this thing that needs to be done to make this final product happen, you'd be welcome.
Mhm.
You'd be welcome. And that's what I love about it. That's one of the things I love about it. It's real cool. But we can see if we can do that, man. Enough for the ladies to come here and tell their story.
That
on
would
how
be
they
really
got there.
cool.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay. Y'all don't go nowhere. We're going to take this quick break because it's Bad Cheering Wednesday, hump day.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see you on the other side of it.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Another cold to chilly first half of the day. Then afternoon highs reached 63 to 66. Warmer than yesterday, but still below average. Partly cloudy skies are expected. Then tonight, mostly clear, lows 43 to 51. Mostly sunny for Thursday and warmer, highs 73 to 76, and then upper 70s to low 80s by Friday on into the weekend. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Trying to grow your business or increase traffic to your location? We can help. WBOK 1230 AM has a number of solutions that will meet your individual needs. Give one of our consultants a call today at 504-582-9420 or email us at info@wbok1230.com. And remember, an investment with WBOK is an investment in our community. Call today.
Life Care provides valuable whole life insurance to cover final expenses such as medical bills, burial costs, and unpaid debt. A final expense insurance policy is fast, easy, affordable life insurance that's available to anyone between the ages of 50 and 80. No medical exams, no lengthy questionnaires, and no waiting period. The application process is quick and easy. You can even apply without having to undergo a medical examination. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. With the average funeral cost skyrocketing to $11,000 and Social Security only paying $255, you need simple, affordable peace of mind for you and your whole family. Don't leave behind unpaid expenses that, if left unattended, will burden your family tremendously. Benefits include a guaranteed premium that will never increase, a guaranteed cash value, and a guaranteed death benefit that can never decrease. To find out how you can get final expense insurance with a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, call LifeCare at 800-571-9955. That's 800-571-9955. 800-571-9955.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK. I'm your host, Braylon Bryan Back.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
The Jared Broad is on the other side of the glass. Y'all bringing it to you right here on this Bad Cheering Wednesday. Speaking of which, what's happening, Josh?
What's happening, y'all, too?
What's
you
going
doing, bro?
on, Josh?
Chilling? Man, I know I messaged you yesterday, Kim, but boy, that old Kiki Shepherd out of here.
Yeah, she went on home She went on home. Yeah. Kiki
Kiki
Sheridan
Shepard?
from
I did not
she
know
was
that.
74.
Oh man,
Mhm.
rest in power. You
Passed
and them
away.
lady. Kiki. Yes, Lord. I
But I
met
Yes.
did. I
her,
say, hey,
man.
bro, I had a crush on that Kiki too, bro. Boy, Kiki was nice.
She
You
was
and
here
many
for
others.
Essence. Oh my God. Decades ago. It was like the second or the third. Early in the Essence,
Mhm.
she came down, man. I got a chance to meet her, man. Oh, yes, indeed. I didn't know that.
Yes, rest in power,
Rest
Yeah,
in
she
Kiki.
power,
passed on,
Kiki.
man. See, this is what you get famous. This is what you're supposed to get famous for, Grellin. To meet the people you never got a chance to meet. I'm going for all those jet beauties I missed out on. I'm going for them,
Start
bro.
with Kim
I'm going for
Fields.
all. Huh?
Start with Kim Fields.
Yes, that is. Ooh, her, Janet Jackson. They don't like the Mount
See, I
Rushmore.
knew you liked Taurus women. I knew you liked
I,
Taurus
I
women.
don't. I don't get into that witchcraft, Kimbo. It's cute. I don't get into that witchcraft. They cute. They cute.
That's
So
you're a very simple man, Josh. That's what you
very
say.
simple, man. I don't get to all that nuance, all the intricacies. I don't need all that, man. Look, you cute. You cute. And I'm taking Tootie. I'm taking Thelma. I'm
Oh,
going after
yeah.
all them people.
Thelma's still a gangster, boy.
She is
Bernadette
gorgeous
Standish. She
and
is still.
she is fine.
Yes, she
I'm
is.
going after all of them. I'm going after her. I'm going after the chick with the dimples that was on the stories.
Oh, you
Oh,
talking about Debbie
Morgan.
Morgan.
Debbie Morgan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still going after her.
Yes, indeed.
She's
Stephanie
still
Mills.
very, very pretty.
Oh, she is
Very, very pretty. And
dimples deep enough to swim in.
she seems to be a very kind person. I think that's what the trick is. The kinder you are, the
The
less
longer
you
you
look
live,
old and
Yeah, you don't
saggy
stress. You're
and
not
yeah.
carrying around all that anger. You're not just
all that
mad at
anger.
the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me all. That was what you're supposed to use your fame for, Grill. You're supposed to be getting to meet
Well, he
these
has
women.
used his fame for me.
Yeah, you just pimping them.
Yes.
No.
Just pimping them.
No.
Get
I
to that doggone
just
second
let
man. That's all
it
you
be
trying to
known
do.
who it is, and he
Just
capitalizes
pimping.
off the moments, and I love him so much for it.
When I'm there, you know.
I know. Don't, hey, bro, listen, if you ever around Melinda Williams, Grellin, you tell her, there's a dude from New Orleans.
Need to holler at you. You got that.
I would be happy to split my 401k with, or my social security checks with. I'd be happy to do that with her.
I'd be oblivious though, cuz.
This is why that's why I won't take acting. You know what? I was thinking about taking acting classes, but I wouldn't know where to go at out here. They got so many. This is a big Nigerian scam market in Atlanta. I'm telling you, man. You be paying some clown that never did the work the day in their life.
Check, bro. Just do your research. I know that there are professionals who have moved to Atlanta from New Orleans because they came here. Both acting coaches and folks who can get you started, but you got to do your research, man, because the interweb's gonna tell on them if they've been screwing over people and everything like that.
Learn to be a man and look
But
at
some of them are
reviews.
legit.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are legit, bro. It just take a little work, and if you're serious about it, man, listen, you never know. I can't get people say, man, what's your set? I say, I can't even tell you. God is my agent. If it wasn't for him, I don't know where I'd be. Period.
So you don't take acting classes to this day?
Do I think what?
Do you take acting classes?
I have. I haven't recently, but oh yeah, when it started getting more serious, and I started getting I definitely, man. I started off with Miss T. Tommy Myrick was the solid. That's my foundation, man. That's
Mine
the best
too.
coach I ever had, man. She's a beast.
Mine
She's
too.
a beast, and I use the lessons that I learned from her today, to this day. But as a ongoing process, I have not. I've been at a couple of workshops. People will come down here whose names I recognize, whose work I know, and they'll do a workshop. I'll go to the workshop probably over a weekend or something like that. But not on the regular, like talking about it. No, but it's certainly worthwhile, bro.
I believe that when you're married, you're an actor already.
Shut up,
Yeah.
Josh.
both of you guys have been acting for a very long
No.
time now.
Well, between that and being in the I told you my training for acting came from hospitality. I kid you not. I had to actually act like I was concerned that you were missing your white blouse.
Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah.
You had to believe that. So yeah, bro. I'm telling you, 30 years of that, I was well prepared, my friend.
Well prepared and good. Dang, Kimber. you
My
married,
acting has
Kimber.
been in the classroom.
You good. You good. You can act, Kimber. You married. You can act. You married. No one ever their authentic self in a marriage. You can't.
Wait,
tell me
say that one
can't
more
be.
time.
What?
Repeat what you were saying just now.
I say no one can be their authentic self in a marriage.
Yes, you can. What?
That's
No,
the
you
only
can't.
That's the
time
only
you
way
can
you
be.
can be. Because
That's
if you
the
are
only
pretending
time
and
can.
when you
No,
go home to get
cuz,
some rest,
God,
ooh, no.
I'll be 40.
Oh, no.
40 in August, playboy.
Oh, no.
And
That's got to
if
be
I
the place.
couldn't let me be me at the crib, bruh.
Yeah.
No, bruh. If you gotta put a mask on to go into your house with your people,
That ain't your place.
that ain't your place.
Well, I'm not talking about all the time.
No,
in
I'm
certain
talking about
situations.
you
Like,
gotta.
You've been in places where you gotta act like you're enjoying yourself.
I just talked about the Harlem
Not
party.
not in my house, though.
Not in the house, but in order to keep it. Oh, but see, yes, absolutely. You do things, you compromise, you go places to where you don't know 98% of the people in there, but you go because that's your people, and you go because you keep in peace. Now, would you have chosen to do that? Hell no.
No.
You would have been ready to be at home. Would you been whatever?
But you are able to say that you don't want to go, or your mate will figure out that you don't want to go, and you'll go for them.
You go for them.
So that's not acting.
That's right.
I'm coming in to support you.
And
but
they'll
if you
no,
got to pretend at your house,
you really won't go,
ooh,
you
Lord.
can stay, no pretty, and they'll tell you stay home. And it won't be no beef. You understand? If they say it, they mean it. If you mean it, I said, do you really want to go? I really don't want to go over there. I understand. I'm in a lot of stuff. I do, well, I used to be. I was a lot more social then. But, man, my old lady, I couldn't drag her everywhere I was going. Man, she'd get frustrated, get mad. And I ain't mad at her because I don't want to go everywhere you go.
Right.
But we got to be able to be real. At least there. If you can't get, bro, that's the saving grace.
Mm-hmm.
That's the saving grace. It ain't perfect, not by a long shot. Please don't misunderstood me.
Well, when I was married, every time I gave my honest opinion, it was smoking a cig.
But did you have those honest opinions prior to you getting married, or did you start hitting up with the truth when y'all got married?
I believe I did. I think I did. My reaction to certain things, I just cannot hide them. I'm like you. Even facial expression, I couldn't hide, or verbally, I couldn't hide.
I think might have been what that was, Josh, is the mask was, she saw you felt comfortable being you because in the beginning, that's when we trying to hide. When not before you get there, when you pretending, when you got the mask,
when you dating,
you're trying to be your best self and all the time, and then when you get in there and you start to live together, and it's like
you can't pretend.
No, it's too
you
close.
You can't pretend, or
it's too close.
Or for people who do pretend, y'all are stressed out because when are you supposed to rest?
That's what I don't do. I'm that now in relationships, or when I meet a woman, I tell them this is me. I don't hide who I am.
Because you could see right now you're you. Right now you're a grown man and have been, but before you were still growing. And now you in a position now you can say what you want and tell them I'm not in no position or I'm not even willing to accept no less. Now yet that's growth, nephew. You wasn't like that.
One woman said, "Hey, you cuss." I said, "Yeah, I do, but I know other words. But this is my everyday vernacular."
Right.
Now I use cuss words to get to my point. Like there's different ways you can travel. I like to take the HOV lane of talking because I'm trying to make my point quicker. Sometimes cuss words help me take the HOV lane of conversations.
I can't argue with that, bro. Sometimes ain't nothing but a cuss word will do.
Yes. I don't do it disrespectfully. I respectfully do it. But it's in my vernacular. I'm going to cuss.
I get it.
Except when I'm around older people. Older women, older people, I don't.
I can't cuss around my mom and them people.
At church.
Yeah.
They do all the cussing. I listen.
They could cuss.
It is funny.
I just can't. I don't even want
I'm
to say
like you, Greg,
lie.
I
I
can't
say
do it.
somebody told a story. Grown man.
I still,
I'm like
I
this.
still say story
I
from
still
my
say
mama to
story.
this
I'm
day.
like, I can't say it was it, bro. You did lie was a cuss word. You couldn't call
Lies,
nobody a lie. You couldn't call
also
because
fuck
that
You
was
you.
storying.
yeah. You told a story on me, and
Told a
if
story.
because you
Couldn't
knew in
say
the
liar.
street, and that's why I know if I call you up lie, I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm ready. You ready? Go ahead, Josh. We got to take this break, baby.
All right, see y'all later.
All
All
right,
right,
bro.
later.
Later. You tuned into the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK is what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Taking this quick one. We're going to see y'all on the other side of it.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
Here's what's trending this hour. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi has been subpoenaed to testify about the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. House Oversight Chair James Comer issued the subpoena Tuesday, ordering Bondi to sit for a deposition April 14th. Comer says Bondi has valuable insight into probes surrounding the convicted offender. The move comes after 5 Republicans joined Democrats earlier this month to call for her testimony. I'm Bree Wood with What's Trending.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK. I'm your host, Graylin Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
The Jared Rhodes on the other side of the glass, y'all. Thank you for rolling with us as we move into this second hour of today's broadcast of the Front Porch. Continuing from the idyllic campus of Xavier University, from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway, www.wbok1230.com is the address, or hit us up on the talk line, 504-582-9422. That's the number.
Mm-hmm. So with regard to being honest or like being yourself when you go home, funny story. One, when I started my company, EB Minds, you go to places to spread the message about your business, make contacts, all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. And this was around carnival time, and I had been to enough parties, enough events, and I was supposed to go to another ball. And Kamara looked at me, and he was like, "What's wrong?" I said, "I'm tired. I want to go to sleep." And he was like, "Okay, go to sleep." And just like that, the angst of wanting to go or needing to go, nope. And yeah, if you can't be honest at your house, that seems like jail.
Go to sleep. And that's the support you're getting.
That seems like jail.
Go to sleep. I'm like, boy, look, I remember mine came home one time crying about the job. I said, quit. What you mean? I said, quit. Then you won't go back to school? But we'll be fine.
Yeah, that part. I love that part.
Quit. Go. It don't make no sense to have to go somewhere that is going to break you down like that.
Yeah.
Because there's no risk. Because once you lay down, you know you got to get up and go right
and go back there.
No. Why do you subject yourself to that? No. And don't worry about the money. Don't worry about none of that. We'll be fine.
But that is partnership, because I had a situation where I separated from a place, and it was supposed to be a conversation about me going back. He was like, "Don't you go back there."
Period in the
Thank
story.
you.
And
Okay.
and you know why? And I'm gonna tell you why. You said, but the partnership, this is strictly selfish. That's how I know. Come on, bruh.
Don't you go back there.
Don't you? And that's not for you. That's for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm showing you game right now for real. That's for me. Just like when you come home and you broke down, you crying. You gonna go back in that viper's nest,
And you're gonna have to come back
and
here
then you're gonna have to come
me,
back here by me. Oh,
and
no.
I got a head.
Oh no. Oh no. No. Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Don't
That's
you go
not
back there. And I
happening.
was like,
Don't
okay.
you go back there. Don't you go back there. No. And that's what I say. No, you got to quit. You got to quit. You're harshing my vibe. See, because now it's at the place where we supposed to have a sanctuary.
Yeah.
It's
At your
creeping
house.
in at your house.
You cannot
Yeah.
go home having to be on your
Yeah,
best
no.
behavior after being out monitoring
No.
your emotions with other people. You can't go home like home gotta be.
I got to relax here. That's right. And when you come, no. That is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. We cannot. That has come and is trying to insert its tentacles into our home.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, talking about work.
That's one thing.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
You're discussing your day,
But
whatever,
seeing
whatever,
the
blah,
effects
blah, blah.
of something that is causing you
Detrimental.
harm, and
That's it. And
yeah.
you think I'm going to sit here?
Right.
And I'm going to have to listen, which hurts, to see you cry. No, I'm not.
Because also you can't go and react.
I can't go.
But I
at
do
the
want to fix it.
people.
And that's another thing too about husbands.
We gonna
Y'all be
fix
want to
it.
fix. And it's like, wait.
No, what you just
let me
quit.
get out.
No, I want to get it out because you're harshing my vibe. You understand? That's what you're doing. I don't mind being ready, but I don't want to be rained on with no solution in sight. You know I'm solutions oriented. You know I will listen to the problem, but at the end of the day, we're going to have to come up with a plan to say what's we're going to do. What are we going to do? And in this plan, you got to quit.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
We not, no.
And it takes like, okay, and I want to put this in a frame. Having a father who took care of things has an impact not just on women, but on men as well. So then when we're talking about dynamics and relationships, like knowing to trust and knowing that you can trust your partner goes a whole long way, because I am a person, as I dated, whatever, if you start flooding money around me and floating about what you're gonna buy and this, that, and the third, I'm starting not to like you anymore because you are trying to buy me. I don't like that. But knowing that I got my own stuff, I got my own stuff, to be able to relax that somebody got you, that is something different.
Mhm.
That is something completely different.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Because it's not about the money. See, that's the whole thing. It's not about the money. People come with money. That's where your value is. I don't value that. I value what it can do. I value the fact that we can do some things, and that's what comes from having it. But no, just blessing, that's you do. I know you got money, but you're still a trick. You're still out there. They say it ain't tricking if you could afford it. No, it's still tricking.
Yeah.
It's high level, high ticket tricking. But I'm not mad. Don't get me wrong. It's not a judgment, but you can't make it something it's not.
Uh-huh.
It is what it is,
Mm-hmm.
right? It is exactly what it is. And if that's what you're doing, do your thing. There are people out there who will love you for it, or at least pretend to, as long as your money's there.
Yep. Yep. And if that's all you're concerned with providing, I know that you're gonna lack on other things that are important to me.
Because the money's going to get thrown at every problem.
Mm-hmm. And that's not how
your
that
time,
goes.
not your insight, not your wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
not your foot in the butt when it's necessary. Because it's been necessary, and I've willingly supplied it
Mm-hmm.
on more than one occasion. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Pamela.
Good morning, Front Porch family.
Good morning.
Listen, Graylin, I'd like to apologize to
What'd you do?
I have not had a chance to tell you congratulations how proud I am of you. You are just a wonderful, smart man. And I forgot my old mind, my old brain works sometimes. But this morning, I wasn't going to miss it. So congratulations, my brother.
Thank you so much, Pam. I appreciate that. And you
And
don't
you
have
keep,
to apologize. I blame your
well,
head, not your heart. I know you're old.
That is out of
you
pocket.
always can get me to laugh.
Out of pocket.
I ain't mad at you, bro. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
I hear you, baby. Well, thank you for helping my brain wake up. Now it's tickled.
There you go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to keep listening to
All
y'all.
right,
All
love.
right.
You take care.
All
Talk to
right.
you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That is hilarious. Hilarious.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, I could be married to Oprah and I'm still going to work. Of course. Because it's not about money.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say I don't understand how dudes, man, if oh man, I can't, man, want to make more money than me. Is what you bring. What do you bring? Because if she chose to be with you, you must have something more than money. She ain't looking for money. And now you're doubting yourself. Dude, that's
I don't
not
know.
good.
People
That's
stupid.
not good. Well,
People
and
stupid.
insecure,
Mm-hmm.
egotistical, and unwilling to bend, unwilling to move. I would be just fine if I was a house husband because I wouldn't just be a house husband.
Right.
I would have stuff that I did. If my wife was making $2 million a year, baby, here's your lunch. Would you like some chicken wings? Is that what?
When
what?
when
What
Kamara
would you
started
like?
working from home, it was like, so you're home now, so you could take care of some of this stuff that I'm rushing home to do. And we had to figure out new ways to show up and do the things that we needed to do. But a lot of people get stuck in traditions that they assume that they have to follow versus creating pathways for themselves.
That's what it is, man. Your path is your path, not your dad's, not your mom's, not your brothers or your cousins. It's your path, and you can be influenced, sure, but you don't have to be a parrot.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do exactly what you find the best, and you figure out your own way. And if you just stop for a minute and quit worrying about what the next man think or what the next woman think about your situation, you be much better off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the whole thing is. What are they going to think about me? Who?
Why do you care?
Who? Who going to? People. What people?
Right.
And that's why I always say you don't be afraid to ask a question, because a lot of time people just say stuff and there's no thought behind it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no substance behind it at all.
Is
They
she
just
okay
talk.
over there?
Yeah, she fine. They just, people just talk, man. And there's no, real substance behind the word. So if you ask, you see that'll be exposed. There's really not, you just parroting. You heard somebody say something, or you saw it behaving, somebody heard somebody say that's what's right. You have no rationale behind it. You don't even know why you're doing it. You don't even say, oh, I saw it and somebody said it. But why are you doing it? And that's the whole point.
Okay.
That's the whole point. You got to be better than that.
Be present
You got
with
to
yourself.
be with yourself, man. You got to be better than that. How else you going to get better?
Indeed.
And what somebody say, soft, or you this, or you think, man, that's some old say, bro, I know some soft-spoken people who you don't want to play with. So it's not them, it's you who would assume that somebody who is a certain way or looks a certain way is a certain type of individual that you now can be whatever you want to be too. And then you find out very quickly that probably wasn't a good course of action to undertake, because you believe your own lying eyes. You believe
or
your
you
own
believe
lying
your
eyes.
own lying ego.
Well, that's the biggest part of it. Why the fact that you would go over there and mess with somebody anyway.
Yeah.
That's not bothering you.
Yeah.
Why?
That part.
What is that all about? Why are you doing that?
It's interesting to
It is
say the
very
least.
much so.
To say the least. Good
Very
morning.
much so.
Did we say good morning to our people in the chat this morning? Because
I don't know.
they all in this thing this morning.
Good morning, people in the chat.
Hey y'all. Good morning. Hey Gracie. Good morning, Miss Joyce. Good morning, Cam. Josh is very active this morning. Good morning, Andrew Harris Jr. Hey
Jackie
DiCaprio.
Wilmo.
Yes. Good morning, Earl Swami Nelson. I love saying that. Good morning, Samarium. Good morning. Good morning. Who else is it? Hey, Mark. Mark has made it. Mark. Since Josh made the comment that I told a story without food, here's the food story. Yesterday, went back to Thai Nola. This time I had the Thai chicken salad. Didn't even have to use the salad dressing. And I ate the majority of it. It's very big. It's a large portion. But for sure, check them out.
There you go.
Check them out. And who else is in the chat?
Paul up there. I see
Hey,
Paul.
Paul.
Josh. There you
Edward
go.
Clayton. Yeah. Josh done had his coffee. He has. He definitely has. Miles Davis was soft spoken and fighting and all kind of stuff.
And because if you're not trying to prove nothing to nobody, I'm in my own thing, man. And but that dude was a fighter, man. That dude would knock you
out.
You know, or you gonna knock me out.
Shoot you.
Or you could, that's what I'm saying. But however it is, it ain't gonna go like you thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be the thing. And that's why I say, man, why you just don't walk in your own peace, man, and leave people alone.
Please.
Why you just don't do that? What is it about you that would make you want to go over there and just vex a total stranger?
Yeah.
Because you see something about them and makes you think X, Y, Z. I don't know. I've never been a bully. I don't get that part. We were ribbing, man. And we talked about people, and I probably as a kid might have went too far or something like that, but but never to the point of bullying or anything like jacking people and stuff like that. That wasn't never. I was always on the other side of that. Don't steal from me, because then it's gonna be a big problem. But no, man, I don't see how folks go and just have that mindset, just to mind somebody else's business, to go insert yourself in somebody else's reality. For what?
You can always leave people alone.
You could. Proverbs 14:7.
You could always leave people alone.
Could do that, man. Why? You going over there? Why?
I don't know. So now that we are headed toward the weekend, this is McMain's alumni weekend. And I know the
That's
picnic,
right.
this year is going to be a block party. They're not going to be just on the front. Because that's a lot of classes to try and accommodate.
Take the whole block, the whole 2 blocks,
yes.
I should say.
Yes.
That's what that is, from Claiborne to Kakula and then Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be lit up this weekend.
I'm excited for y'all.
Mustangs going to be right out there on Claiborne, Nashville, hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we doing some bowling or something.
Y'all doing a whole lot of other stuff too?
Yeah, they got some other stuff.
Shouts out to the Mustangs.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's I love that, especially in light of things that are happening in schools, right? If you're paying attention to the closures that are happening, the merging that is happening, the alumni are still existing and still need
absolutely
the opportunity to corral and get with each other. But yeah, I love that alumni weekends are happening over the entire over the city, and I hope to see many more.
That's right. Come out, represent community. That's what we had, man. That's what you got to keep together. That's the part that is that builds this thing and keeps it. No, I don't know if I'm the most famous Mustang. I don't know if I'm the most famous Mustang, bro. We got some other Mustangs that have done some things.
I know. Let's see. So my cousin Nicole graduated from McMain. She's a dentist.
Mm-hmm.
Judge Kimya Holmes graduated from McMain.
That's right. A jurist.
Yes. And who else do I know that went to McMain? I mean, quite a few people.
My brother, former city councilman,
Oh,
Gage
he graduated
Banks.
from McMahon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, there's quite a few people that went there.
That boy
And
said, I want to see a Rob Ware alum. That's got to be
shut
about
up,
35.
Josh.
Boy, you ain't got no sense.
You are not wrong, though, because how many people do you know that actually went? I only know like maybe one or two people that went to Rob Wayne.
Yeah, I know a couple of people that went.
I don't
But
know.
when I was in school, it was a more populated. I think, the school population got shorter and shorter the further away I got from high school.
Okay.
And it just fed into other schools because Rob Wayne didn't stay open. They closed now.
Yeah, they closed now.
Yeah, I remember when they closed. But I think it was because the population was steadily going down.
And that's a part of the argument that they're using right now with merging and closing and shifting schools. But I don't know that I don't know if that's really the issue or the reason. And I'm doing a little more investigation about this whole situation
There you
because
go.
it is anything having to do with children. And yeah, we could talk numbers, but also a lot of your numbers go into your management, like your leaders. And I've never seen schools with as many top salaries. All of these people, and then the people at the school board, like, what are y'all doing? Y'all not running school, so why y'all got all these people making all this money? It's confusing to me. So I'm looking to see a little more information about it, and for parents who have their kids at schools that are shifting, closing, merging, before you panic, look at what your options are. And because it's early enough now for you to start looking, because last year and year before, we had schools closing in December, and then you figure it out. So you have at least to the end of the school year. Go and talk to some of your options. Go to those places, visit those places, see what the culture is, ask for a tour. And as you are trying to shift your kids to make sure that they complete their K-12 education here in the city, yeah, really, really, it's time to lock in.
We got to take this quick break, y'all. You tuned into the Front Porch, WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Yeah, they should follow the money for sure.
Oh, they know where the money gone.
Late nights are made for chillin', and you can do just that every Sunday night at 10 p.m. as DJ Wick brings you The Love Zone. It's the perfect way to top off your weekend with your favorite old and new school ballads. So sit back, relax, and let DJ Wick take you to the Love Zone on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
Good morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Today, officials with the Sewage and Water Board are scheduled to appear before the City Council. And this comes as Mayor Helena Moreno weighs in on the board's 6-step plan to fix pipe problems plaguing New Orleans. The new plan calls for urgent repairs at high-risk water mains and assessing the condition of old ones. The city has seen half a dozen water main breaks so far this year. The Sewage and Water Board says some projects, like replacing 34 miles of older mains, could cost up to $680 million. Testimony continues today in the stage Rex trial after a special agent spent hours on the stand yesterday. Vanessa Mata and Jason Giles are both accused of staging car accidents to collect insurance money. Gas prices continue to surge this morning due to the strikes in Iran. AAA reports a gallon of regular gas now averages $3.79. That's up 7 cents from Monday. And our state, the average price is $3.44. And a major race will soon bring women from all over the country to New Orleans. City leaders say the Every Woman's Marathon, hosted by Team Milk, is coming to the Crescent City. The more than 26-mile course will allow participants to qualify for the Boston Marathon. It was secured in partnership with the Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation. The race is set to happen in February of next year, with the course starting in the CBD and ending in City Park, with chocolate milk as runners cross the finish line. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and do not have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you do not pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call. If you've been injured in an auto accident, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Good morning, y'all.
For the Jared's on the other side of the glass, y'all, bringing it to you right here on this Hump Day, Bad Churn Wednesday. Thank y'all for rolling with us. 504-582-9422 is the number. Good morning, Pop Jones. How you doing?
Hey, Kimberly and Uncle Graylin.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. What I wanted to comment on, I noticed Miles Davis' name come up a lot.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Graylin, have you ever seen Miles Davis?
Yes, sir.
What?
Yes, sir.
I
got
got
a
to
chance
see
to
your
see
birth
Miles.
certificate.
What'd you say?
What is it?
I'm about to check your birth certificate.
Oh, Lord.
No, sir. I didn't see him as a young man when he was playing, with the quintet. But when
No,
he
have
went,
you seen him at all?
oh
You,
no,
when
sir.
You saw him,
he
when
came
he turned
down
electric?
here. He played at I don't know if you remember, Pop, but at one iteration during Jazz Fest, there was a venue that they made called the River Tent, and they put this big tent right on by the river, like at Convention Day. I think they built something down there now, but there was the River Tent, and Miles Davis played the River Tent for the Jazz Fest, and he had the red sequin suit and the gold sequin trumpet and the big old glasses and the process, and he tore it to little bitty pieces. Yes,
wow.
sir. Yes,
Look,
sir.
Miles has been controversial and controversial in so many ways.
Uh-huh.
A lot of women always was after him, and he dealt with a lot of women.
He did do that.
He was also
He was
queer, though.
known for dressing.
He was.
He changed looks. He went from suits and ties to hip hop, whatever.
Yeah.
They had Miles was there.
Yeah.
So Miles, well, if you ever seen him, his band was always the greatest.
Oh,
he didn't have no band. Miles would solo and walk off the stage, walk and go to the back of his band. And people, he's been controversial. People try to figure out what's wrong with this man.
And when he was turning his back to the audience,
he would solo and go walk right back like if he was going off the stage. That's what he would do.
Yeah.
The last time I saw him in Chicago, he was with Nina Simone.
Oh man!
And he was playing. He wasn't playing electric then.
Oh, he
the
was
last time I saw him, he was at the older field house. Are you familiar with Weather Report?
Yes, sir. I'm certain I'm
Weather
familiar with Weather
Report
Report.
was Wayne Shorter,
Joe's
and Joe's Avenue.
That's right.
What happened was, I'm going to try to put this together. A lot of people, they didn't walk out on him. He was playing electric then. But when they was leaving, they were saying, man, I could have stayed home and listened to his records.
That's what happened.
They really didn't understand. Like you said, Miles was doing his thing.
That's right.
But a lot of his fans could not, like you want to use, they couldn't dig where he was coming from.
No, they couldn't. They couldn't. They wanted him to stay where he was, where they were comfortable with it.
Right.
But Miles said the music is going in a whole nother direction, man. And that's what, as an artist, that's what he did.
And also, the musicians changed. He didn't have a Philly Joe Jones,
Wynton Kelly,
Ed Garland.
That's right.
Paul Chambers. He didn't have all those guys. He had a whole different band.
Yeah. Yeah, he had an electric band.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir.
So most of the people, I'll never forget, we was at Loud Field House. And they didn't walk out on him, but they just couldn't understand. And I heard a couple of people say, man, I could have stayed home and listened to his records. So that's what happened with that.
Yeah, they don't want people to change.
They don't want the evolution.
They're comfortable with what they like, but they don't want the artist to grow. They don't want the artist to move up and let the music take them where, because that's what they want. They just want to hear the.
Okay, but look, let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
Let's go back. I could name you right offhand probably about 10 or 15 artists.
Uh-huh.
A lot of them still living. They have not changed one iota. What was the group that from England? What's the name of them? I think Armour Thomas was with them at the last time.
Oh, you talking about the Rolling Stones?
Okay, they haven't changed one bit.
They've added things to their
people
repertoire.
go there to see them and hear that, and they want to see what's his name, the leader.
Mick Jagger.
They want to see him shake all over the.
At 76 years
shake
old.
all over that's what they've been looking for years.
And they
so that's why it was kind of difficult for Miles Davis fans. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Miles have always been controversial, man.
Oh yeah.
So Miles have always done his thing.
On his
terms.
turn.
The police beat him up and stuff, He told him, you know, I am Miles Davis. Look, they didn't care who he was. They beat him up,
They
man.
beat him up anyway.
Yeah,
Miles
they
Dewey
beat him
Davis.
up. So
That's right.
he, Miles Davis was just different, man. I mean,
Oh,
in fact,
in
a lot
more
of,
ways than
I mean,
no
he was
doubt.
different
one.
for most all I've listened to. I know I bet a lot of Pharoah Sanders. I don't know. I could name so many I've met.
Pharaoh played at Sweet
But
Lorraine's, man.
Miles,
Did you know that, Pop?
what's that?
Where Pharaoh Sanders at Sweet Lorraine's, man.
What about it?
Pharaoh Sanders, he played at Sweet Lorraine's, man.
Oh, no, I saw him in Detroit.
Yeah, I saw him right over there on St. Clair.
Took a picture with him.
He bad
In
fella, him, boy.
Detroit. See, the Detroit and Chicago got two of the best jazz festivals in the country, and they're free.
Yes, sir.
You can see everybody. Detroit right now, Detroit and Chicago. Chicago have blues in June and blues and gospel. September they have jazz. September, Detroit have jazz.
Okay.
And all of them are free
Mm-hmm.
because the city provides. See, the people pay for to have something in the city that the city pays for that.
Right.
For the people, and it's free to the people.
Okay.
You don't pay anything.
Yeah, we don't know nothing about like that down here, pa. You pay for everything.
No, I know you.
Gonna pay to go.
I
You're
don't.
gonna pay to park.
Look,
You're gonna pay
I
to
don't
eat.
travel to Jamaica or none of those places, but I've been all around California and concert at the sea. So many different venues I've been to.
You ever been out
in
there to the Hollywood
California.
Bowl, Pop?
Huh?
You ever been to the Hollywood Bowl?
No. I don't know whether they had anybody at the Hollywood Bowl. That I've been concert at the sea and a few other places in California.
Okay.
But who appeared at the Hollywood Bowl? I've heard of it.
Yeah, plenty of people. It's one of those iconic venues. I just was wondering because I know you had been
Yeah,
traveling
no,
a lot.
I
I
never
just
been
figured you
there. I
might
know
have
they have
popped up in there.
some great performers, but I always was looking for the other music. So I probably never went there.
Yeah, you're right.
Concert at the sea, that was where Earl Garner, and that was he was famous. He made his 10 different songs at Concert at the Sea.
All right.
A lot of great jazz artists.
Oh, yeah?
But I think they closed. Then in Frisco, Keystone Counter, McCoy Tyne and all of them, they were featured out there.
Yes, sir.
But they closed. All these places are closed now.
Well, one of them still over. You familiar with Yoshi's up there in San Francisco? Well, actually, Oakland, Jack London Square, right across the river.
Yoshi's still open?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yoshi's is still open. They opened
Oh,
one.
wow. Yeah, that is another famous.
Oh, yes, sir.
But they got different ones still opening, like in Baltimore.
Yes.
They got new clubs open in Baltimore. Boston had clubs there. So they're all over the United States.
Yeah. There's still a market for it, man. Nothing like live music, Pop John. Ain't nothing like live music.
No, nothing.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for calling, Pop Jones. We certainly
Yeah, thanks for
appreciate
taking
you,
my
brother.
call. Y'all have a blessed day.
Yes,
You
sir.
too.
Take care. Yeah, boy. Pop's the scene.
He's seen a lot of.
Pop's the scene.
lot of
How do you get to
acts.
talking, Jack? He has had a musical journey. He's seen some of the greatest.
That's pretty cool. Miles
I
Davis,
agree.
though, I was a fan.
Oh,
So
Miles bad boy, Bill.
I was a fan. I knew he was pretty wonky too, but full of talent.
Oh, listen, just a man.
Yeah,
Just a man.
he was very entertaining to me.
Very much so. And
Yeah.
I think Barbara Walters. I think Barbara Walters interviewed him. Was he still married? Just got married, divorced from Cicely Tyson, something like that. But I remember he was out there in Hollywood, and he was painting at the time. He was out in the studio, big old brightly well-lit studio. He in there painting, they talking about music and talking about growing up the son of a dentist because he wasn't poor.
Right.
That's a lot of people, everybody don't have that same
struggle story.
Yeah. And
he created his own struggle story, though.
He created it. He was that's the what did Questlove call it? It wasn't the burden of black genius, but something about black, because he attributed it to Sly Stone.
Okay. Of crushing the crushing genius.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at most of the people who you consider having the most talent, they have the most traumatic origin stories. But Miles Davis, I don't know what the origin, like with the fact that he grew up with some affluence, but he created some tragedy. But again, a lot of people ignore or step over the fact that he may not have identified as queer. He definitely was. And that, keeping that a secret in the entertainment when everybody is looking at you, is troubling. That's something that a lot of people struggle with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're just a man, baby.
Yeah.
But how you live your life is how you live your life. We don't know you for that. We know you for music and your talent and your skills. I wish I could get my hands on the original Miles Davis, not the music, one of the paintings, because they are selling for quite the pretty penny.
My Uncle Morris had a lot of Miles Davis.
Yeah.
I think after Katrina, the albums that he had, because he had them on wax, he ended up replacing them with CDs.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot of the influence. Like when CJ would go over there, they talk music.
Oh yeah.
And we listened to music and classics, classic jazz music, because my Uncle Morris was definitely a jazz music aficionado.
That's what it is, man. And you listen to those cats, man, and then you cannot help but hear what they listen to, because they listen to classical, they listen to blues, they listen, and they turned it into jazz, and they were the architects of this whole thing. And when it comes to music, man, come to them kind of cats, they transcend this whole thing. All the while you're trying to crush, while you're trying to make it uneven, they are ascending to the stratosphere internationally. Because of the talent that you didn't give them and the ones you can't take away.
And you can't ignore it. You can't hide it.
You cannot.
You cannot hide it. Because of jazz music, we have hip hop, because that is the samples. The majority of the samples came from jazz music. So yeah, a foundation.
I'm telling you, that's where it come from, man. That's where it come from. Paul says, it's not the note you play, it's the note you don't play. That's a famous Miles Davis quote. When they were asking him about the music. And that's what the whole thing about, we actually made that comparison with Andre 3000 and the flute. And that's what we're talking about, because I think he knew that it was not going to be as accepted as what he was doing prior to that, but it didn't matter. As an artist, it didn't matter. He had that muse, he needed to get it out, and he had the wherewithal to do so. Studio time, great musicians, budgets, right? And he did it. And he made it happen. Shouts out to him, man. And that's the same path when Miles went electric, same thing happened. Same thing happened. People were like,
no, don't do something different than we know.
I like your original stuff. I said, but I did that.
Yeah.
And that's what because I've done what you love. So I'm just supposed to stay there for the rest of my career so you could be comfortable.
Yeah, no.
No, player.
No.
That no way. If you want to hear that, buy the album, CD, stream it, do whatever you got to do, and listen to it. But in my life and for my music, I'm moving forward.
Period. And he did. He did absolutely do that.
Time after time. I mean, how did dude come back? He done had hits in the 50s and come back and remade Time After Time and come back with a pop hit when Miles remade Time After Time. He come back with a pop. How you do that, man? Because
talent.
That's
the ability to hear it and play it.
And make you feel it the same but different.
Mm-hmm.
The same but different. That's a skill set you can't buy, man.
At all.
You can't buy that. That's a gift.
But yes, Josh. Yes, Josh. Most certainly. And again, like we see that with other people that are in the spotlight that hide themselves. And some never reveal like their pieces. But yes, Miles Davis was a part of the community for sure.
Yeah. Do you, Blair?
And
that's the whole thing.
That's the biggest thing that people, I think, I don't know, because they're wrestling with stuff with themselves, they make other people feel bad. But live your life and stop worrying about people.
And because whatever you do, that's your business. I don't know you for nothing except this music.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to know you. Because that's not my thing. What you do? Because I know I don't want nobody knowing me like that. Why is my life fodder for you? What I do? Do you know me for doing X, Y, Z? You know me for acting. You know, okay, that's fine. But why is the rest of my life?
Why are you digging in the rest of the stuff?
Whatever I do, whatever I did, what that's got to do with you? And why am I obligated to tell you about it? Why am I obligated to tell you about it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I should be, and I won't. So bite me. It's the Front Porch, WBOK. See what all this is talking about.
All day long.
And we going to see y'all on the other side of the break.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Another cold to chilly first half of the day. Then afternoon highs reached 63 to 66. Warmer than yesterday, but still below average. Partly cloudy skies are expected. Then tonight, mostly clear, lows 43 to 51. Mostly sunny for Thursday and warmer, highs 73 to 76, and then upper 70s to low 80s by Friday on into the weekend. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Missed a show? Want to hear that guest everyone's talking about? WBOK is now streaming on all your favorite podcast apps. Just search WBOK Media, hit download, share with a friend, and don't forget to rate your favorite shows 5 stars. Because when our voices are heard, our impact grows.
The Ron Kelly Show. Real talk, bold truth. Tune in for your weekly dose of unapologetic conversations that don't dodge the truth or dilute the message. Stay informed on the issues that matter most on The Ron Kelly Show, every Monday at 7 p.m. on WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome to Chemical of the Month from the community scientist and Rise St. James. This month's focus is polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs, formed when fuels like oil, gas, wood, or trash are burned. These chemicals can enter the air we breathe and settle into our soil and water. Many PAHs are known carcinogens, adding to the health burdens faced by communities living near industry. Learn how to protect your health at risestjames.org.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK. I'm your host, Graylin Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Good morning, y'all.
Brother Jared's on the other side of the glass, y'all. Bringing it to you right here on this hump day. Bad Cheering Wednesday. Thank y'all for rolling with us. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Josh, I ain't gonna lie though, Graylin, I just knew you were the snitching queen and slim. Why you thought I was the snitch, bro? Your boy was the snitch, the one y'all think, Duggan. mouth full of slug, gangster. That's who you think, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
I haven't seen Queen and Slim yet.
You never saw Queen and Slim?
No, it looks like it's gonna trigger me.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna tell you not to, but it was.
I try to stay away from movies that
Yeah.
it's not the violence, it's the who's wielding the oppression and the violence, and that read to me like I was gonna be upset after I watched it, so I didn't watch. I've not watched it, and I know it's been out a long time, but yeah,
it was. People loved it and people hated it. And people loved that they hated it, and people hated that they loved it. It was all kind of ways because it's one of them movies, man. It's one of them movies. Shouts out to the folks who were that one too. But no, I wasn't a rat though, bro. Why you thought I was gonna be ratting on the little dude? No.
I just don't. It looked like a Bonnie and Clyde, but like running away from white people causing harm, but also causing harm in the community. And then at the end of it all, I feel like they're gonna die. So I have not watched it, but from watching the previews, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be all over the place if I watch this, and I've avoided it watching this because of that. And I feel bad that I haven't watched it, but I just,
Look, everything ain't for everybody.
I ain't
bro.
in the place to receive that.
Everything ain't for everybody. I went to that premiere, man. That was Jack said, I love Queen and Slim. And it was, I remember when at the time when he was still part of our community, Snoop. Y'all know how y'all be doing. I can't keep up with who in the community. But either way, he was still part of the community there. And he made a video from the back of the limo after walking. He said, man, I had to walk out. Man, I just seen the lit one, and it shook him. It shook a lot of people. It really did, man. It shook a lot of people because of the reality of it, or the unexpectedness of it, or the roller coaster ride, or whatever it was. It shook a lot of folks. It did.
So you said Bokeem Woodbine is better silent. I love when he talk mad.
He did a good job in Queen.
I love when he talk mad. Like, I remember he was in Jason Lyric, right? And so when he starts getting in the zone, I'll be like, yeah, yeah, I believe you. I do. I believe you. But
that was the night when Josh was talking about being in places. That was the night when I was standing next to Rihanna and didn't even know it. That's what one of my co-stars said, but you saw Rihanna? I said, no, where's she at? He was standing right next to me. What? And then I started turning around. Like, dude, she was right. I had no idea. I tell you who I did see.
Who that?
Diana Ross.
Yeah. Tracy Ellis.
Ross. Tracy Ellis Ross. I did see Tracy Ellis Ross. I spoke to her. Didn't take no picture. But I sure spoke to her.
I bet you did.
Were great. I still thank you so much.
And that was all you got out?
That's all I said. I got, I can't be fanning out. I'm Graylin Brown. I can be up in the place all night. I can't do that. I can't do that. It's not who I am.
That's who I am.
I did get a chance to greet, say hello, and shake the hand and admire I certainly admired the. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I bet.
And that's why I think I did not see Rihanna
because your attention was elsewhere.
Well, no, not just because that was after meeting Tracy Ellis Ross, but the room at that premiere was chock full of Rihannas. If you understand what I'm saying. I mean, Rihanna's a tall, beautiful, striking, fine sister, right? Imagine that by about 50, 80, 100. Because it's the premier Queen and Slim, and you're in L.A., and they got a lot of people that come to L.A. because they're beautiful. And some kind of way they wind up with invitations to this event.
Right.
And they was everywhere.
They were everywhere. I'm like that with local celebrities. I kind of fan out.
With local celebrities?
Yeah.
Like who?
Well, but I couldn't show it to you. I couldn't show it to you, right? But like, Gail Glapion, I fanned out. I saw her recently. I was like, yay! And right behind her was Donna, and Donna cheered with us for 3-5 weekend.
Okay.
But I was excited to see Miss Gail. And then who else have I gotten excited about? I mean, like I get excited about local celebrities. Like I see Big Frida, and I've been in Big Frida's company numerous times, but it's still like, hey, you know. Yeah, I get excited about our local people who, for entertainment or doing good works, I get excited to see them. But you have to have really done a whole lot of something extra special for me to be like, oh, yay.
Yeah, I don't. I've done that. I did that with Ray Charles. I was still cool, but on the inside, I was like,
you were Ray Charles. Do you know who you are?
I was cool. I kind of did it with B.B. King, but I was cool. But the rest of them, y'all, Nancy Wilson.
Oh.
Met Nancy Wilson.
Yeah.
Was so cool. So cool. Told you I met Oprah and Maya Angelou.
Mm-hmm.
So I met some people, man. I've been blessed to be in the company of some great folks. But not y'all was glad to meet me too.
Yeah.
That's just
absolutely. I have never met Josephine Johnny. Josh, I've not. But Katie Red will definitely definitely get some excitement of my voice.
Josh, you would be a happy fella. I can tell you. That perspective I can attest to. Yes, my friend. Yes. You would not forget it. You would not forget it.
That is awful.
It is true.
It is awful.
It is true.
It's fine.
Oh, is it fine? Is it fine? Oh, my God, you are so right. I didn't know you knew.
Oh, no.
Wow. Yes, dear.
Did you see what Mark said?
When you saw you in Queen and Slim, that's my partner. I talk to him every day. She couldn't tell me how to do you in real life. This real life?
It is, indeed.
Mark, this real life, bro.
For sure.
This is not a hologram, bro.
And you call every now and then, so yeah.
Call every now and then.
You definitely talk to
on
us
the chat.
daily.
It's in real life. We are right now in real life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's beautiful.
So with the weekend coming, you have the Mustang weekend, then some other stuff that you're waiting to be voluntold.
No, I think that's gonna be it because she a Mustang too.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
she a Mustang
cool.
too.
That's right.
My brother, my daughter Ashley, Jacqueline, she is a Mustang. My nephew Ryan, Wally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing but some horses around there, man. Nothing but some horses. The Mustangs, and we was the original, man. 75 to 80.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was when we went from the Dons
to the Mustangs.
Yes, when we turned into from Eleanor McMain High School to Eleanor McMain Magnet Secondary College Preparatory High School.
Jesus.
Yeah, we had a lot of names.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of names back in the beginning. And they said we're going to be the Mustangs and be black and yellow.
Okay.
That was, voted on it. It was democratically approved and not overthrown by the CIA. Why are you laughing? It didn't happen. I'm telling you, it did. It could have.
Oh, goodness
But
gracious.
it didn't. It didn't. It was a democratically elected change from the Dons to the Mustangs, and we were the ones that did that. So you're welcome.
Shout out to the McMain Mustangs on their alumni weekend. And yeah.
That's right.
You say you can introduce. I've met Lady Red. I've also met Kitty Black. I've met the Ghetto Twins. Mia X, I am in her company pretty frequently. So, but I still get excited when I meet when I'm in with them because they're still doing what they love for what now 30 years for a lot of them. You know, PNC, Walt, I went to summer camp with, and I'm still happy and excited to see him do his thing. Hell, Leslie, I'm a fan. Downtown Leslie Brown, definitely a fan. So yeah, I love our own people here.
Right on. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
See y'all on the other side of the break.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
Here's what's trending this hour. Gas prices remain on the rise. The national average for a gallon of regular has climbed to $3.84 according to AAA. That's up from $3.79 on Tuesday. A week ago, the national average was right around $3.57. In California, where prices are the highest in the country, drivers are paying $5.56 a gallon on average. Washington State and Hawaii now also have statewide averages above $5. I'm Bree Wood with What's Trending.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK. I'm your host, Braylon Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Good morning, y'all.
So the Jared's on the other side of the glass, y'all. Bringing it to you right here. Thank y'all for sticking with us as we roll into this third and final hour of today's episode of the Front Porch, continuing our broadcast from the historic campus of Xavier University, from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com is the address if you want to stop on by. Hit us up on the talk line, 504-582-9422. Shouts out to all our people listening over on the FM side of the dial. No static at all, baby. Glad y'all are here with us.
Indeed.
And all the folks who are out there on the YouTube and the Instagram and the Facebook and everywhere else y'all can catch us. We appreciate you.
For sure. For sure. So now that there are things that they've been using, the government has been using to distract us from the Epstein files, got a conflict or what is miscommunication? What did we say yesterday? All of those different reasons that we are at war, even though they won't call it war. In Florida, though, there was a bill to ban people from marrying their first cousins, and it failed. It failed. Y'all want people to be having marrying their first cousins?
Yes.
Even with all the things that we know about science?
Yes.
It's weird.
They want that.
Weird.
The bill.
The bill did not pass.
Well, and I would love to hear the reasons that people voted against it. I would love to hear the reasons.
Because what if nobody else is available to marry?
Well, yeah.
Gross.
And to make sure that whatever we need to do to keep these numbers up, but it's a losing battle.
Gross.
It's a losing battle. It's you cannot get away from attrition. You just be outnumbered.
Exactly, Cam. She had the reaction.
Yeah. But
that
what did they say? Anybody who was a part of it? Did they talk to anybody that was a part of it? I would love to just hear.
it was a woman that proposed
The
bill
banning the marriage because she's probably seeing, what hair, lips, and hemophilia and mental retardation and different things like that that come from the commingling of too close in the bloodlines.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really more interested in the people who were voting against it and what their rationale was. Was it the idea of government overreach into people's lives?
Bruh, come on.
I'm not giving. I'm just trying to put together what the arguments would be against it. That's what I'd be curious to hear. What would the arguments? It's too much. It's big government. It's government in our bedroom. What are the talking points?
All right, so here we go. Tampa, Florida. The Florida bill to ban marrying a first cousin failed to pass in Florida Senate. State lawmakers voted down House Bill 733, which proposed that incestuous marriages would not be recognized for any purpose in the state of Florida after July 1st, 2026.
So it passed the House and failed in the Senate.
Yes. The bill had proposed that a man may not marry any woman whom he is related by lineal consanguinity. Yeah. Nor his sister, nor his aunt, nor his niece, while a woman cannot marry a man whom she is related by lineal consanguinity, nor her brother, nor her uncle, nor her nephew. State Representative Dean Black told Florida's Action News that he expects another vote on the same issue sometime in the future. There are plenty of people here and plenty of people you can find to be your lifelong partner without looking to your first cousins, Black says. Florida is one of more than a dozen states where marrying your first cousins is legal, but most of the United States has banned such marriages. Gross.
And again, that's the people who are pro this bill. I want to hear from the people who said, we don't need no law against me going over there by Lily Mae.
Because I
want to know. See, now you're getting me in the rabbit.
That is gross. That is gross. There is a book called In Search of Satisfaction, and one of the stories in the book, there was a girl who was in love with her uncle, and her uncle was having an incestuous relationship with her, and he ended up impregnating her, and he forced his son to marry her, because then of course the baby would still be in the same family, but the baby ended up having Down syndrome. I don't think they called it that because it was a period piece. So I don't think we had gotten to Down syndrome as a speaking point. And they kept sleeping together long after she married her cousin, which was literally her first cousin. Either way, that baby was not going to
married the first cousin and was still sleeping with the uncle?
Yeah, with his daddy.
Oh, y'all just nasty. It got nothing to do with nothing. That's just
It was so like yuck. J. California Cooper. That's the name. That's the name of the author. Yes, I remember that because I remember reading it, going, yuck. Like where? Why?
That is.
It was gross. But that also let me know, it was like, oh, okay, that's what y'all do over there. Got it. I'm good. I'm cool. Oh, you looking at the
Yeah, I'm trying to find somebody.
You looking for that who was in support of it?
Who was in support?
I don't think they want to be identified.
And that's why I'm looking for them. That's my whole point. That's why I want to find out.
But you should be able to pull the record, right?
Yeah, but I want to get somebody, you could usually it's a new speaking to say why.
Who wants to be the person who's remembered for saying, no, it's okay for you to marry your first cousin? Like, gross. I think they're all probably no comments, no questions, no comments. If they get identified, they're not gonna want to advertise that.
I'm gonna find it. Somebody spoke to the press because it's America. It's America and it's Florida. Somebody spoke to the press. I'm going
Gross.
to find it and
Yuck.
see what happened because you got to explain. Somebody would have to explain that, man. If you voted, you're a Florida state senator, and you just voted against
The
a
banning.
law that would ban marriage between first cousins, and no media outlet anywhere in Florida asked any one of those senators who voted it down why. Come on, kids.
I don't know.
Is it just me, or does that sound like a blackout? Does that sound like a media blackout? Does that sound? You mean to tell me you gonna put the idea that it failed? Talked about the people with quotes from who tried to get it passed, but you got nothing from the opposition? Not a quote? Come on.
Yuck.
Something wrong.
Yuck. I still think that is a gross practice for people who do that, but yeah, something's gonna happen to. That's why they have the people in the mountains in is it Kentucky, where the people have been like
In
reproducing
the marriage? Oh yeah. That's all okay.
and they look like the missing links.
Well, because the body does not get a chance to filter out any imperfections. As a matter of fact, they get multiplied because you've got imperfection on top of imperfection. Again, hair, lips, mental retardation, cleft palates, all kind of things that are part and parcel of what happens in too close in a marriage over time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not unusual. Unfortunately, that's sad to say.
Still gross.
So it is certainly that. But the idea that you would, in 2026, not vote to
Against
make
it?
it illegal, I just want to know why. I'm not judging. I promise
Oh,
you
I'm
not.
judging.
I promise. I just want to know why.
I am judging.
I want to know why.
You nasty.
Well, now see, and I can't judge nasty. I'm sorry. Y'all stay over there.
That is
Everybody
gross.
judging nasty. Y'all stay over there.
That
'Cause
is
don't
gross.
come over here by me, because
Oh, Paul said it's up there too.
West Virginia, it's anywhere that it is rural and people are pretty much away from
Science.
civilization, what we would term cities.
Mhm.
And stuff like that. I mean, you got folks up there in the mountains, man, and in them coal mining places, Appalachia, that are really far removed from regular everyday people, whole little towns, and they doing what they've been doing for 100 years.
Yuck.
Marrying your cousin, sister, uncle, nephew, niece, cousin Billy Bob, everybody getting in where they fit in. And it's not new. Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. You understand?
It's gross.
It is America.
It's gross. And I wonder, like, if they've not learned anything from looking at the British royals. All of them, they marry cousins, or they have married cousins, but it's in distance cousins. But from the looks of things, like in some cases, they haven't gone far enough.
Well, and that's why that's where hemophilia, one of the main diseases or maladies that will come from intermarriage and incest. The blood becomes tainted, and it just doesn't work like blood's supposed to work, because you never get a chance to filter out any of the lesser qualities of your own line, because you keep going within your own line. You don't bring anything from the outside to buttress it or to try to weed that out. You keep putting it on top of each other, and just imagine the third or fourth offspring from that entwining of families.
Mm-hmm.
Two cousins marry, have children. Those children marry cousins, and they marry, and then the next thing you know, man, you imagine 3 and 4
generations
down
of it.
the line. What the health concerns, the mental health concerns, all of the things that could be a part of that. And that's why I really want to know who said
No, we have
no.
to allow this to continue.
With this is a good thing. This is a good idea. Why would we stick? And I know what, that's what I'm telling you. I don't know, but I want to know. What are the talking points you use
to get the vote for people to go vote against the ban?
Yeah. What do you think? And the first thing come to mind is government overreach. Government stay out of my bedroom.
But really?
Yeah.
Does that apply? You are creating a drain to the government system because they're gonna be sick kids.
Paul says how they keep property in the family.
I think there's a better way to do that. I think there's a better way to do that other than.
Now hold up, Josh. What we saw in The Simpsons?
Yeah, the auntie mama and the uncle daddy, with the mullet.
Cletus.
Yeah,
Cletus.
With the mullet.
Cletus.
Yeah, you did see it on The Simpsons.
Yeah, Cletus.
You saw him on the Cleveland show. They was across the street.
Who was across the street from Cleveland?
The auntie mama, uncle daddies. They were across the street when Cleveland had his spinoff. They lived across the street. They were like awful. Awful.
Nah, well, I'm telling you, man. Somebody, and we are giving fictional examples, but I won't know who these people was in real life. And I'm going to find it. Y'all know I can't let it go, man. That's how I was good in investigations. If it don't fit, I keep digging.
I'm curious, though, like,
something.
Again, you're saying government overreach, but science says this is not a good union.
Right, no. And that's right. That's apples and transmissions, though, for the people who are involved. That's my point.
Okay.
They know, but they also know what we've been doing. And if it's normal to you, right? Because that's what your whole family's been doing for generations. That's normal for you, right? And for somebody else to come in and say, hey, listen, man, this is abnormal because science and the law and different things like that, if people going to say, well, how is that abnormal? And we've been doing it all this time. And look, just my little cut right here.
At you. You have a horn growing out of your head. Your teeth
but my whole family got horns growing out their
My God.
My whole family got teeth growing out their neck. We all got that. We all got that. So why we don't think something wrong with you? Because you don't have a horn. See? I just want to know the people who, I'm not trying to get into the people mind who did it, because y'all live up in the place where I know I wouldn't feel comfortable, and I probably wouldn't stay that long if I happened to be caught there at any given time. If I could leave, I would go. So y'all living in places, and y'all live that way. Okay. I want to know who said it was all right. I want to know who was elected by the people as a representative of that constituency who went as a Florida state senator and said, nope, cousins,
you can still free to marry.
First cousin is all right. Because I think it all goes back down to that whole idea about population and being taken off the table.
If you're bringing in people who are not even viable as...
It doesn't matter. They count. It doesn't matter. See, because what you're doing is trying to give credence to them when they don't need any credence other than the color of my skin. We don't have to be bright. We don't have to be innovative or smart. We just got to be white, and we need more white people because that's been evident.
Well,
look at the cabinet right now.
The more white people y'all are putting forth, you're worst.
Well, this way you are. If you don't have enough sense to ban cousin marriage, you gonna get what you get.
That is ridiculous.
Let's be honest. If you don't have enough sense to ban first cousin marriage, how you gonna have any wherewithal, any say so over the results of that? What you gonna get? And what you gonna get is just like you say, people who have health problems. But you gotta remember, they ain't got no hospitals out there anyway. They cutting them. All the rural stuff, because this is where most of this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
This is not an urban issue.
No.
This is a rural issue. And the people in those counties are being neglected, cut apart, but the same people they voted for now.
Yes.
Same people they voted for en masse, but now you're starting to see that your healthcare, your hospitals, all the things that served a semblance of you being civilized are now being cut off. So I guess the legislators say if we closing the hospitals and cutting off the healthcare, we don't want to take their sex from them.
Oh, God. It is not even about sex.
That's just me musing. I still
it's not
haven't
even a
found
sex.
anything.
It's marriage.
It's marriage. It's the whole idea that that's your cousin, that your brother and your auntie and your uncle sat down at the social and introduced you to. This our daughter, this your son, and both of y'all brothers. And y'all introduce your daughter and his son to start another branch of the family.
Yuck. Ugh. Ugh. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. And again, because science, we know how this is going to end should you reproduce.
And see, but you talking science to people in Appalachia. How? What is that? How, Sway? Is that what y'all say? Is that what y'all say?
That was a perfect application.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
How are you wanting to talk science to people in Appalachia who have been sleeping with their cousins for generations? Why are you bringing in science now?
Gross. Yes, Cam. Ugh. Gross.
Y'all gonna bring your sack. Y'all go talk to Appalachia. Go talk to the people about science. You gonna wind up being Sunday dinner.
Literally.
You gonna wind up being Sunday dinner.
Because if they don't have hospitals and access to health care, you know they boiling and eating everything.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's not, this is so beyond. That's why I want to know. I want to know the rationale for the people who said, no, let's keep it. And I'm going to do a little research. I'm going to try to find something. Because I know y'all need to have this information for your own personal edification. So in case this conversation comes up later in the day,
you can be prepared.
You can be prepared. Say, because how you know so much about this? I listen to the Front Porch. WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. We're going to take this quick break, and we're going to see you on the other side of it.
Good morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Today, officials with the Sewerage and Water Board are scheduled to appear before the City Council. And this comes as Mayor Helena Moreno weighs in on the board's 6-step plan to fix pipe problems plaguing New Orleans. The new plan calls for urgent repairs at high-risk water mains and assessing the condition of old ones. The city has seen half a dozen water main breaks so far this year. The Sewerage and Water Board says some projects, like replacing 34 miles of older mains, could cost up to $680 million. Testimony continues today in the Stage Rex trial after a special agent spent hours on the stand yesterday. Vanessa Mata and Jason Giles are both accused of staging car accidents to collect insurance money. Gas prices continue to surge this morning due to the strikes in Iran. AAA reports a gallon of regular gas now averages $3.79. That's up 7 cents from Monday. In our state, the average price is $3.44. And a major race will soon bring women from all over the country to New Orleans. City leaders say the Every Woman's Marathon, hosted by Team Milk, is coming to the Crescent City. The more than 26-mile course will allow participants to qualify for the Boston Marathon. It was secured in partnership with the Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation. The race is set to happen in February of next year, with the course starting in the CBD and ending in City Park, with chocolate milk as runners cross the finish line. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityInvestments.com. Lion Forge Entertainment is an Academy Award-winning Black-owned film studio that focuses on diverse stories. The company is working on several new projects aimed at younger audiences, and Lion Forge founder and CEO David Stewart II says you might be surprised where he's seeing opportunities with Gen Z.
In some ways, some of this stuff is actually kind of coming full circle. I was just circulating with our team some articles that have just come out around Gen Z going back to the movies, and that's their new interest point right now. So yes, YouTube is growing, and a lot of eyeballs are going there to kind of find content, but they want to go to the movies because they want this unique experience that they haven't really had, because they've had the screens in front of them all the time. They've had that on-demand content. So, it's interesting how things are kind of coming full circle.
Lion Forge Entertainment won its Oscar for short film Hair Love, a story about a black father learning to style his daughter's hair for the first time. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
Hey WBOK family, Ron Richardson here, host of Conversations with Ron Richardson. Join me this Saturday live right here on WBOK 1230 AM, streaming worldwide on WBOK1230.com from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. as I welcome Dr. Ayana Mojica to the show. Dr. Ayana will be joining me to discuss tantric healing and helping men and women heal from sexual trauma and how mental health is affected due to this issue. Joining the conversation also will be Angie from the Sincerely Angie podcast and Miss Tanya Freeman. Please tune in, and thanks for your continued love and support. And remember, healing and recovery start with you.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. Front Porch, WBOK. I'm your host, Graylin Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Brother Jared Bros on the other side of the glass, y'all. Bringing it to you right here, doing what we do. Talking about these things on Bad Cheering Wednesday. Chuck just checked in. Where you at, Nikki? Good morning. How y'all doing?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What? That's gross. That's gross.
Funny. Paul said one of the most memorable comments I've ever heard up here was a visitor telling his friends that it sucks that both sides of his family are on both sides of his family.
Yuck.
Yes, indeed. You can't get away. Everywhere you go, there they are. And there you are.
Yeah,
Ain't that peculiar?
Gross.
Well, I found the list, but I still can't find. I'm going to trust.
You haven't gotten a comment from anybody.
Gotten a
but
comment.
It wasn't that many. No.
No, it wasn't. I don't think this is.
Well,
the right
in the at 733. Yeah, that's it.
733.
House bill.
Department of Health. See, but it's about dental hygiene.
That's something different.
Senate Rules Committee, qualified physicians for medical marijuana treatment centers, creating the new neurofibromatosis disease grant program, Department of Health prohibiting. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is. It's part of it. Prohibiting certain marriage between individuals, revising requirements for the micro-credential component. Oh, well, see, that's a lot of different stuff in one bill.
Yeah. So the highlight was the first cousins, but it's more.
Yeah, because there was revising definitions, eligibility requirements for dentists and dental hygienists participating in the dental student loan repayment. See, that's financial.
Mm-hmm.
That's for dental and dental students repaying student loans. Then you're revising requirements for department approval of qualified physicians and medical directors of medical marijuana treatment centers. That's different. Neurofibromatosis disease grant program, back to finance, a grant. And then you've got the prohibiting marriage between certain related individuals. And then there's another one, revising requirements for micro-credential component of specialized training provided by the University of Florida Center for Autism and Neurodevelopment. How are all of those different things,
Put
varied
together?
things in one damn bill? That, whoa.
But the slip end of
The slip end of the prohibiting marriage between certain related individuals. That's all it's got in there. But all the rest, none of those other things are kind of related.
They're fiduciary for all the rest of them, because all is about where you're going to allocate the money or how you pay it back.
Medical director, you got approval of qualified physicians and revising eligibility for dental student. What?
And why
then
dental?
you got autism at the end for the universe specialized training. I don't get that, but I'm not a Floridian. Maybe that's how y'all stuff work.
I don't know. I don't know. That's gross.
I don't know. Let me see if they got the bill text.
342. At the bottom.
At the bottom is the last one. No, the 10th. When was it? No.
They voted on the 4th.
PDF. And yep, no. Yeah,
it's a lot of things.
It's a lot of stuff, and it's no different than what I just said, because all of the things that we just gave one sentence
Wait.
to
No, this is also
spelled out.
This is right here. Early Steps Program, revising provisions related to transitioning children from the Early Steps children from program to school district programs, revising provisions related to the Early Steps. So all of this is about money and messing over education for kids.
Well, Crab's disease. All of these different things are in this bill. This is 31 pages. Dental student loan repayment, volunteer hours in medically underserved areas, medical use of marijuana.
Go back to the
qualified physicians.
Cease of providing medical. Keep going. There we go. Ceases to provide service to low-income patients.
See, all of these things people could vote against because they're included, and it doesn't necessarily mean I'm voting against the incest thing. See,
right.
that's what's so conflicting and confusing about this bill, is because you may be pro something, but you can't vote for that without voting for something that you would be anti.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything is all convoluted and hooked up in this one bill. Congratulations, Florida. And I don't know if I was any different. Here in Louisiana,
here they're trying to
there's
lower the age of not consent, but lower the age of which you can call a kid an adult. And that's also to criminalize younger people.
Right, but if it's a bill that's a standalone bill that does that, okay, then let's talk about that bill. But this is different. This is 6 or 8 different things all under one bill that doesn't, and again, the headline doesn't really reflect what happened. The headline says that, hey, look what we got here. Look what we got here. Take a quick break. We're going to take this quick break, y'all. You're tuned into WBOK, the Front Porch, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay. We're going to see y'all in a few minutes.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Another cold to chilly first half of the day. Then afternoon highs reached 63 to 66. Warmer than yesterday, but still below average. Partly cloudy skies are expected. Then tonight, mostly clear, lows 43 to 51. Mostly sunny for Thursday and warmer. Highs 73 to 76 and then upper 70s to low 80s by Friday on into the weekend. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
New Orleans, are you ready for a voice that says what you're thinking? Who that, you might ask? Arrington Gavin. That's right, I'm your guy, host of the Arrington Gavin Show, giving you so much filled with bold opinions, real conversations, and zero sugarcoating. We're going to be diving into the issues that matter, politics, pop culture, and all the above, unfiltered and unafraid. Catch the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Fridays, right here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
The New Orleans City Council recently lambasted two parade crews for despicable acts of incivility, and rightfully so. You know, Mardi Gras is supposed to bring out the best in New Orleans. Families gather along parade routes. Children sit high on ladders hoping to catch their first beads. Neighbors laugh, share food, and celebrate a tradition that belongs to all of us. But this year, a few disgraceful actions have reminded us that even our greatest celebration can be tarnished by thoughtless behavior. One parade rider reportedly threw a whiskey bottle into the crowd, striking a 4-year-old child in the head and sending that child to the hospital for stitches. And in another parade, riders tossed dolls, widely condemned as racist imagery, into a crowd that included black children. That is not Mardi Gras. Riders are given a special privilege to represent their crews and take part in a celebration watched by the entire world. But privilege comes with responsibility. Throwing beads is tradition. Throwing bottles is reckless. Throwing racist imagery is shameful. The vast majority of crews understand that, and they work hard to preserve the joy and spirit of Carnival. But those who abuse the privilege of riding in our parades dishonor the tradition itself. Mardi Gras should leave children smiling, not injured, and not humiliated. Because the real spirit of Carnival isn't just celebration. It's community, respect, and common decency. And New Orleans should never settle for anything less. Mardi Gras is one of the greatest traditions this city has ever given the world. But every great tradition comes with responsibility. And those who dismiss that responsibility shouldn't be riding in our parades. This is Norman Robinson Off the Top.
The Historic New Orleans Collection presents a new exhibition open through June 7th, 2026. The Trail They Blazed. Built collaboratively with people who participated in the local civil rights movement, The Trail They Blazed presents stories of social and racial justice straight from the people who lived them. Listen to leaders tell their stories of resistance and persistence in their own voices, recorded by the Historic New Orleans Collection. Plan your visit to 520 Royal Street in the French Quarter and reserve your free tickets at hnoc.org today.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
When it comes to family planning, should you go with a will or a trust?
A will is like leaving instructions to the court. It tells them who gets what, but your family still has to go through a succession, which can be costly and time-consuming.
A trust, on the other hand, avoids court altogether. So when the time comes, everything transfers smoothly to your loved ones.
It's a little more work up front, but way less hassle and expense later. Plan smart, save time, and take care of your family.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Transform your bathroom with the beautiful quality of Bath Planet. As a trusted leader in bathroom renovation, Bath Planet has earned the Good Housekeeping seal, a symbol of quality and consumer confidence for over 100 years. Get half off installation or 18 months with no interest and no payments. Whether it's tub replacement, a shower replacement, or a tub-to-shower conversion, Bath Planet makes your custom bath fast, easy, and affordable. Here's how it works. 1. Call to schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. 2. Our design experts come to you with real samples to customize your dream bath. 3. Our certified installers complete the transformation in as little as 1 day. And right now, for a limited time, you can upgrade your bathroom for 50% off installation or choose 18 months with no interest and no payments. But you need to call now. This special offer is only available by calling 800-981-8177. That's 800-981-8177. Call 800-981-8177 right now before the offer ends.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK. I'm your host, Braylon Bryan Bank.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
On the other side of the glass, Brother Jared is there. And because it is Wednesday, Bad Cheering Wednesday, we have the very special guest right here in the studio who is usually on the phone because he is usually at the hospital helping out the people.
Yes.
Welcome, Dr. Mark Allen Derrick.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
They let me out. They let me out. They gave me a day off. And I wanted to spend it with you guys.
Oh, man, we appreciate it. You got the whole day off?
Whole day off. I have
Well,
a couple
look at
days.
you.
Yeah.
A
Like
couple of
I
days.
took out the litter. I put the dishes. Like, you know,
Honey-do
like
list?
I was like, I was actually doing things around the house.
That's all right,
Things
man.
are very pleasant at home, aren't
It's
they?
Very much so.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Well, we are glad because, you know, we always want to make sure that our champions are well taken care of. You and Dr. Eric Griggs, you guys are family, and we always like to make sure that we know you do a lot, but you guys got to make sure that you're well taken care of.
I appreciate that. And now, you know, you just reminded me without Eric being here, now's the time that I'm going to speak well about him.
That's when it usually happens, but he'll hear it. He'll hear about it. We'll remind him.
All right.
For sure. So
How you doing, man? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, since we've last seen you, how have you been taking care of yourself? Because you've been monitoring and paying attention to the things and, of course, keeping us informed. But what have you done to put yourself on the schedule? I heard the honey-do list. I appreciate
The
that.
honey-do list was, and that was an extensive. That wasn't just changing the litter. It was like
Yeah,
getting
but you've been going
moving
for a while.
everything. It was like doing all the sweeping and all that stuff. No, you know, for me, it's the daily. It's sleep at least 6 hours. It's hard to do, but at least 6 hours. It's daily exercise and then meditation. Those are kind of like my three non-negotiables. Those are the things that I kind of really focus on a daily basis. And I guess, you know, we haven't talked about it, but, you know, this is something that I haven't talked about in the past, but I will now, is that I used to be a competitive fencer from about 18 to about 34 years old.
Oh, wow.
I was a
Really?
nationally ranked épée fencer. There's three
There's
épées,
épée, foil, and
saber.
My
Right.
daughter
And-
was a fencer. Jalen was a fencer, man.
there
And
you-
I
what did
didn't
she
tell you.
do?
She was foil.
She's a foil.
She tried the other two, but she really liked foil and was good at it, man. Yeah, but then she went to school in Boston. And
Oh, there you go. So you know, the other two, saber and foil,
Yes.
require referees and lots of rules, and that's not for me.
Right.
The thinking, the deep thinking out of the box is épée because it's just one rule: touch or be touched.
That's it.
And then there's a machine that will measure
Yeah,
that.
the
And
little
so-
tip on it.
The
Yeah,
little tip
absolutely.
on that. And so, but I was in residency, and my residency director was very frustrated with me because I was fencing like 5 or 6 nights a week instead of like studying, doing my call work and whatever. And basically was like, "You're never going to make it to the Olympics," and he was right. But I want you to be a good doctor, and you're going to have to give up fencing. So I like locked it away, put it away, and that was it. Fencing was gone. I hated it.
Oh.
It was like breaking up with somebody that you know you loved, but you
Right.
had to
Mhm. Right.
talk
In
yourself
love
into
with
being
somebody
the
you can't stand.
can,
This
right?
is not the right
exactly.
time. We gotta move away from each other.
100%. So now 26 years later, back to fencing.
Oh.
And so that was
man.
been like, yeah, back to épée fencing. It took a while. It took a few times for me to like get, you know, kind of get
Making it
loosened
good.
up. And
Yeah.
but yeah, this has been a wonderful addition to my life.
Excellent.
And so
Re-edition.
Yeah, re-edition. And the nice thing, you know, I'm 57, gonna be 58 soon, and I'm like, this is the perfect sport to grow old to because it's deeply aerobic, right?
Very
It keeps
much
your
so.
brain.
It
It's
keeps
like
your brain
it's
thinking.
rapid chess is
Yeah.
what
Hand-eye
fencing is.
coordination.
Hand-eye and balance.
And
Yes.
balance, huge amount
Right,
of balance.
and strength. And so I've been really upping my strength training. I got an online coach who's been doing strength kind of training with me because even though you're holding a very light weapon, but
Holding
you
a
still
very
strong,
long time.
strong legs for the
Yes,
rapid,
core.
the core,
Yeah.
and then also upper.
And then the up and down, up and down.
100%, that's the aerobic
And
stuff.
all of that in dance, right?
Right, yeah, exactly.
So with you having to do the plie or the deep bend to
The
offset
lunges.
somebody, all of that is that's
Right,
really
in-
good.
in
I'm glad
fact-
you're back to that.
In fact, Russian ballet dancers, the male Russian ballet dancers, all have to do épée fencing. They all have to learn how to fence as part of their.
Ballet
These are the
training.
professional
Yes.
ballet dancers as
Yes.
well as their professional, because there is that similarity of dance and with fencing. So
It's that balance.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of room.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah,
step
yeah.
out. It's like
Yeah.
a lane. You're in your lane.
It's
you gotta,
exactly
it's-
right.
You got to be there, and that takes core strength.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't lean to the left or to the
100%.
right. Oh yeah.
And
oh,
they
yeah.
do a lot of leaping, so that
Yeah,
balancing
right.
from
right,
low.
and so exactly, and
Yeah.
so I figure the next 30 years as a fencer, growing old. Poof, I'm
You'll be
done.
all
Like
right, huh?
I'm gonna be good, man. I'm gonna be able to go up and down those steps, no problem.
No
like now I'm doing
problem.
double steps now when I'm walking up and down stairs
Okay.
and stuff.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good,
So
man. So
that's
when
pretty
did
good.
did you start back online? Because she used to go right up there on Nashville. I'm sorry.
Oh yes,
Jefferson
So-
and for
right.
Claiborne.
Yeah,
by the church.
like Octavia. So
Yes,
that's the same. That's the
That's the
same
same
group.
place.
Yeah. So that's
Yes.
New Orleans Fencing Club.
Yes.
And OFC. And so they moved to that church got bought or it got repurposed for something else
Okay.
or so they kicked the
Be a
club
Popeyes
out.
pretty soon.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
It got bought the fencing club moved over to like an Italian American bocce club like there in Metairie off of Clearview or something.
Okay.
So it's not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But
that church was
that
great.
church was
'cause
really
I had
good.
gone a couple times to start looking into fencing
Yes.
again, but it takes a big mental to start it. And then my foot, I had to get surgery on my foot. And, so that was recovery. So it was like one day I woke up and I'm like, today's the
Today
day.
is
I
it.
am doing it. So I was on my way to the church and I was like, maybe I should find out where they are. And I'm like, they were now at the bocce club.
Yeah.
That
It's
was
an
a great
adjustment.
little spot, man.
They had a great,
spot.
their armory was amazing. They had
Yes.
a huge
Yes.
armory where all the weapons were kind of closed and they had all the suits and the masks
That's
and
right.
everything.
That's
So-
right. I still got that little girl stuff. Got a whole little head thing and
Yeah.
I think got a bag with the
Oh,
long
yeah.
bag. Got all that.
Did
good
she
stuff,
ever
man.
get any ranking or did she do any competitions? Or
Did a couple of competitions, and I think she was 1 and 2. Sorry, kid, if I got your record wrong. She won 1 and lost 2, and that was senior year, and then school.
and then school.
came, and-
Well, like I say, fencing's a cruel mistress. She will take more out of you than she will
Yes,
give.
yes.
But that too is a lesson. It's a lesson in when you lose and how do you lose with grace and
That's
how
right.
do you
And recover
learn
and move forward.
From
right?
what you learn,
and
yes.
how do you learn from your losses?
Yes.
And that's really professional athletes have that in spades because they've learned how to do that, right? They've learned how to lose, how to learn from those losses, and then make decisions so that you don't lose. Because nobody likes to lose, especially if you're a competitive athlete.
Absolutely.
You don't want to lose. You want to win.
You wanna
especially
win.
fencers want to win, and épée fencers because wherever there's a spot.
That's
We're gonna
where
get
we
you
going.
right. and if it's on your wrist, that's when that's the biggest.
Yeah, because you can't hold your sword. If I get you on the wrist, you're done.
100%. And,
Yeah.
and so here's an interesting thing. So why do fencers wear white? Fencers wear all white because in the days they used to actually have point and when they were
Oh, so you were
fencing.
getting cut?
So you were actually get
Oh,
cut, and the
hell
first
no.
to bleed was the
That's
so
right. Point.
you would fence until you would
Touche.
bleed.
Touche. And once you start bleeding, we're going to call it a wrap.
No, thank
Boy,
you.
the world has changed a bit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I'm going to remind Jade because she might be, that might be something she needs to pick up because she's about
Oh,
to
in
graduate.
Boston,
In
there's
Boston,
lots
yeah.
of fencing.
I think she might have. I'm going to
Lots
mention
of
that to her, man.
fencing
'Cause
there.
she enjoyed it, but now that she's out of school, she might re-enjoy it because now you don't have the pressure of the rest of life.
Right,
You can just
100%.
go and enjoy it. I'm going to remind
It's
her of that,
deeply
man.
intellectual and
Yeah,
it's
she
deeply
loved it,
fun.
man.
Yeah, it's deeply
She
fun.
loved it.
So,
All right, kid.
But thank you for asking. That's what I've been doing.
Absolutely. It was wonderful
That
to
is
hear you
excellent.
giving us your recount of what how you are getting the lift for you
Yeah,
because you
that's
see
right.
a lot of stuff
Yeah,
every
yeah,
day.
yeah.
And right now, I'm not hearing about the flu.
Well, so as I was, just this morning, I did a quick the surveillance scan, the wastewater surveillance, and interestingly enough, which is a surprise because I haven't seen it in the hospital, but we believe in data, not necessarily our eyes.
That's right.
So high levels in New Orleans of influenza, both A and B, and RSV. So we are still at the highest levels that we've seen, even when
Wastewater, that's what the test coming from the wastewater.
The wastewater, right. This is all wastewater surveillance. It's called wastewater surveillance scan or wastewaterscan.org. And then you put in the New Orleans zip code, and then it'll just kind of focus. And we have one of the surveillance, there's a surveillance here, just like actually not too far from this neighborhood, and then one in New Orleans East.
Okay.
So obviously I'm using this one here, and again it'll tell you, it gives you measles and it gives you a bunch of other viruses as well, but still high levels of RSV, still high levels of influenza. We're in March. I mean, to me, I think this is just kind of still a throwback of winter, and I mean it's been cold recently.
We're still not out of
We're still not out of the clear,
winter.
and then we're still seeing COVID, but not in the hospital. I have not seen any of these in the hospital. At all. Like I'm seeing some levels of, we're still seeing remember that these viruses, if you get like a influenza in October, you're at higher risk for like a stroke in like February. Right. So we are still seeing these kind of the strokes and heart attacks and stuff. Again, my hospital is a neuro hospital. So there's a bias in that I see more strokes, probably more than other people, because over at West Jeff, that is a neuro-specific stroke. But again, another reason to be vaccinated, right? Yes. Another reason to be vaccinated. And some good news that actually came out this week late last week, is that the RSV vaccine has now opened up for 18 and above.
Oh, okay.
So initially it was 75, and then it was like 60, and then they were teetering with like 50, 51. So that qualified me. And then just, again, a couple days ago, the entirety of the age adult spectrum is now for RSV, and I'm speculating here, and I'm wondering if part of that is because the data in the last couple months have been so clear that with influenza, COVID, and RSV, but especially with RSV, the thromboembolic events, the coronary or the heart attacks or strokes, we're seeing it more and more and more with those three viruses. But again, particularly with RSV, I'm wondering if that was part of the decision to get people vaccinated for that, so that it prevents those thromboembolic events. Because you've been vaccinated, you don't get those illnesses, or if you do, it's a much lesser, a milder version of it. Therefore, you're less likely to have some of those consequential issues, which are strokes and heart attacks. So again, if you haven't been vaccinated for any of those, it's never too late.
Never too late to
go and get those vaccines for flu, COVID, and for RSV. I don't know when they're going to start to implement it, because it was just recently approved, but I imagine probably in another couple months or so, insurance companies will start catching up with that.
Have we seen, Doc, any rise in our area for measles? Because I know it's been all around.
Interestingly enough, so that's a good question. So interestingly enough, the wastewater scan, for the first time just today, added measles. I've never seen measles on there before.
Okay.
So it has measles on there, which I've never actually seen before. And so, of course, I'm interested in this. And so no measles. So no measles was noted. There was no measles in New Orleans.
Excellent.
But remember, last year, MSY had to close twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because of people who had measles. They were able to track measles to the airport.
That's right.
So measles is still very, very relevant. And I don't know I think last year, this is crazy, and forgive me if I don't get my numbers exactly correct. I wasn't prepared for this. But in total, in 2025, I think we had something like 1,500 total cases of measles. In March, we now have more than 2,000. So we have way surpassed 2025 just in 2026. And again,
in the first quarter of 2026.
Yeah, you remember, you were the same age. You remember the commercial, like, that was like a shampoo commercial in the 70s. And I told one friend, and she told two friends, and she told, and it started the screen. Do you remember that commercial?
I do.
Right.
I do.
That's how these viruses work.
Yes.
It's one person infects 18, then each one of those people infect 18 more and more.
That's right.
and more and more.
That's right.
And that is how measles, first, second COVID was as infectious as measles, but that variant, that was the Delta variant, and that has long since gone away.
Yeah.
But now measles is far and away the most infectious virus that we have, that we know to human beings. And of course, it's going to be out there, and especially when we have a NRFK Jr., our health commissioner for the country, is just frankly opposed, and the people he surrounds himself with are opposed to vaccines, right?
Yeah.
And so they've never come out and talked about the importance of vaccination for measles as part of this measles outbreak. And in fact, part of outbreak response is to vaccinate people, not just necessarily with measles, any outbreak response. Yes. I mean, Ebola, one of the main reasons why they came up with an Ebola vaccine was so that when there is an Ebola outbreak, you're able to get into the community and start vaccinating as many people. Even though you're not going to get the full immune protection as you would 3 or 4 weeks later, at least some immune protection is helpful.
Yeah,
something beats nothing. And so the same thing is with measles as well. But we have not heard anything coming from leadership regarding the necessity of measles protection through vaccines. With
air quote.
With air quote. Huge air quote. I'm going to really outquote.
There you go.
So,
but you did get some good news.
Yes.
Because the Guardian and the other folks who have seen the childhood immunization recommendations that were, I guess, attempted to be discarded by RFK has been pushed back on by the courts.
Yes.
And told that you cannot do that. And the reaction from the medical community
has been jubilant.
Yes.
You know, the equivalent of a hallelujah.
All right.
You know,
all right.
and so what happened was that almost as soon as RFK started, he fired the entirety of ASAP. This is the Advisory Committee of Immunization Practices, also known as ACIP. I'm sure a lot of people have seen that acronym, ACIP. So there were 17, let's put it this way. I haven't really asked for much in life. But if they tapped me to be part of ACIP, I would die with joy. Yeah. Right? That is such the people, that is the pinnacle. The people who are on that 17-member committee are the top of the game of the world that I'm in.
Yes.
Infectious diseases, physicians, epidemiologists, public health practitioners.
International. Was the board?
No. It's all U.S.
Okay.
But working with WHO, working with other iterations of ASAP, this is not a isolationist or nationalist group. This is a group that recognizes
disease,
and that because infectious diseases don't recognize borders.
They don't
recognize race, gender. They don't. Measles is going to take you down wherever you live if you are unvaccinated.
Yes.
Exactly right.
Yes.
And so the first thing he did is he fired the entirety of the ASAP group, and they left. Now what we've learned, and he put in 13 or 14 new people that were completely all yes people, and then he had actually a couple of scientists that were on there. And what we have since learned, so what had happened last week was the federal court said no. Right. You can't do this.
You can't redo
you can't redo ASAP like that. There was actually a charter, which I didn't know, but makes sense, of course, that says you have to go through these steps to get somebody onto the board, which then means that all of those people that are sitting on the board of ASAP right now are not validated to be there. So that was the way that the courts were able to completely strike down. So because they were not legal to be there, that means all the recommendations they made cannot be considered at all. And and what we're seeing here in the U.S. in this iteration of the U.S. experience we're having right now in 2026 is it's thank goodness for the courts and me to say this, radical Mark Allen.
Yes, but listen, even a broke clock is right twice.
To be thank goodness for the courts. The courts are the ones that are actually putting the speed bumps or the guardrails that are up right now. And so now what has happened since then is that you haven't heard much well, first of all, ASEP was supposed to meet this week. That got canceled. So what's likely to happen is, remember, every March they meet to figure out what the ingredients are going to be in the influenza vaccine that's coming up. So what's likely to happen is that we're going to take the recommendations from WHO again, even though we're not part of the WHO and we don't give money to them. We're going to, of course, take their advice, unpaid. That's the American way, right?
American way.
But at least right now, good. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll be happy with it. And I'm sure the vaccine manufacturers will come up with a great vaccine as a result. Number two is, without them being there, that means that all of the, what was happening was that the American Academy of Pediatrics, AAP, they're the ones that sued the CDC and RFK. We have all been leaning on their recommendations. So their recommendations were the previous CDC recommendations before RFK took over. So now that all that is gone, we're going to be able to go back to the previous CDC recommendations. And what they got rid of was like influenza vaccines for kids, COVID vaccines for kids, rotavirus vaccines for kids. And rotavirus is a vaccine. If you have children, they had rotavirus where they just vomited. It's called winter vomiting syndrome is what it's known as, right? And what do kids get when they are vomiting? Dehydrated. And as a result, dehydration, seizures, significant hospitalizations, and in worst case scenario, knock on wood, I hope this doesn't happen to anybody, but potential death. Right? Those, and then they got rid of the universal hepatitis B vaccine. All that is, it's all coming back. It's all coming back. It's all coming back.
They got rid of. It's now coming back.
It's all coming back. It's going to be coming back. And so that's exciting. So now what has happened, if you listen and see what the CDC has been talking about, what they are now focusing on is like, processed foods, and not like they're doing anything about it, but they've stopped all of their craziness with the anti-measles vaccines and all that stuff. So hopefully we're back to where we were previously,
of normalcy
as of right now,
or at least working our way back.
Well, listen, we'll take it. Dr. Mark Allen Derry, we certainly thank you stopping by and visiting us in the studio today.
It's
and
great.
taking a part of your very well-earned off day, my friend. It's good to see you.
Being here right now and feeling the great vibes from you guys is going to make the rest of my day more amazing than it was already.
We love it.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely. And of course, we want to thank you guys for giving us 3 hours out of your lives that you'll never get back. And we certainly hope we've given you a little bit of something in return for the investment of your time. I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Take care of yourselves and each other.
For the Jareds on the other side of the glass, y'all practice random acts of kindness. Do something nice for somebody just because it's a nice thing to do. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we're going to see y'all on the flip.
Bye.